time for that.
I was gonna say that as soon as they started saying, I was like, play the track. Shout out to
Okay.
Chocolate and Elijah and Chemo and everybody else.
Yeah, true that. Who are you talking with, Kai? Because he's afraid that you're going to get away from the topic, and like that is on topic. You were asking him why would they lie? How much
Exactly.
more on topic can you get?
Well, now the guys can take over and rip their heads off if they want.
Yeah, I would just like to point out that when you said that we came from rocks, they disagreed with that immediately and acted like it was a straw man. But if there is no creator, right, to create all the organisms on the planet, then they literally had to spring up out of the rocks like spontaneous generation. That's
No, we actually have an actual clip of that chick from NASA saying that our rocks are our cousins. So we literally have that soundbite that we could play. That's what they say, and it's not complicated
rocks.
Yes, the same lady in the same interview who says she sleeps with too many random people. Yeah, that NASA employee. Yeah, we love her.
Yeah, that's the one. She's pretty credible, hey?
Okay, before we get back to the other guys though that are muted when we unmute those, before we get to back to those, we have Seth in here who's VC verified. I don't know if anyone's spoken to Seth or not, but Seth, do you have any questions?
Oh wait, is ladies' night over though? The guys.
Hey.
We hand it off to the guys.
Yeah, everybody can jump in, I guess, because we'll just end it now. Helio, if you're watching, if you want to end it and start another stream, I guess now would be a good time.
And guys, if you thought we were rude, wait till you talk to the Flat Earth boys. Flat Earth men. Thank you.
Okay, Seth, do you have any questions, Seth, before we unmute the other fellas?
No, I didn't even hear anything before you guys just started talking like a minute ago, actually.
Yeah, so what I'm curious, what's your view on the Earth?
I still don't quite know. I've been looking at some of the links you guys have sent me and stuff, and still doing my own research and everything. So I don't really have, like a firm opinion either way. I'm kind of a skeptic on both sides,
Okay, I can appreciate that. That's an honest approach, and you are aware of the additional information that if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, we have an area down there labeled additional information. Are you aware of that?
I didn't know about that, but I've been doing my own research, and I've also been sent links by a few of the members. I think I talked to what's his name? Wolfgang. I was talking to him in VC, whatever, the one you have to get verified in, and he was giving me some helpful stuff to look at.
Okay, cool. Well, you can scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you'll find additional information down there. There's tons of stuff down there. If you don't have any other questions, then I'm going to unmute Norsk and Richard Long. Try not to speak at one time. Both of you try to only let someone else finish their thought before you interrupt them. And please.
As long as you guys do the same, sure.
Well, it's not a conditional thing, dude. I'm just saying. It's that's just the way it works in here.
That's pretty much my final question. Was my previous one is just why? What's the reason?
I'm going to unmute Valen too, and same for you. Try not to speak while everybody else is speaking. There you go. All three of you.
That is my question. Is why? What is the benefit? What's the reasoning?
So everything that we've said so far and everything we've given you is not sufficient. Is that what you're saying? I know I interrupted you, but I already, you'd said it once and you were repeating it. So I was just responding to what you had already said.
Okay.
So what we've already said is not sufficient. Is that what you're saying?
I don't think so.
Okay, can you say? Anyway.
I didn't hear. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sophia.
Do you think that if you can't establish the exact reason why someone would lie to you, that proves that they are not lying?
No, it just leads more towards that they're probably not lying. If you can't really establish a reason, you're just trying to think of a reason.
How about in
That's
general?
where-
Do you think the government has lied ever? Like just in
I was asked
general?
this question before, and it's obvious. I think most people, someone's told a lie at some point in their life, and just
Yeah,
using
but the
that as a
government,
basis.
like just not individuals, but like the government and the official story and the stuff that they tell us. Do you think they?
Me saying yes
have
to
lied
that is
about
just going
that?
to lead onto a lot
No,
of more shit.
This
But
isn't
obviously,
this
it's
isn't a
obvious.
gotcha. This is just
It's obvious.
this isn't
yes,
a gotcha.
And
Okay.
Of course.
can I say why the whole government lying thing is just not a valid argument? Can I say why?
Go on. Yeah.
Is that, like Norsk said, just because I once lied or lied about something completely different doesn't mean I'm gonna
Exactly.
lie about the everything I ever said.
But
And
usually
so,
when someone
yeah,
lies about
wouldn't-
something, it's for a
wouldn't-
benefit.
wouldn't
It's not because they're a psycho. It's for something. And if you can't tell me what that something
Okay.
is, and you can't give me evidence of what that something is, I can't believe you.
We have
Let me
the
ask you-
evidence
Norris,
shut
I
that
have
they're
a
lying.
question. I have a question for you. If you have a girlfriend, because someone put it in chat, I thought it was a good time to ask it. If you have a girlfriend and there's a video evidence, like there's actual video of her doing it, and you've seen her going into the guy's house and coming out of the guy's house, and she's cheating on you, but you can't, for the life of you, figure out why she would do it. Does that mean that it didn't happen?
I guess it would depend on the date of the video. It could be a previous video. It could be.
And you saw her
years
go into
before
the
that.
guy's house yourself.
See, I
Well, if
thought she was
see
going
them-
somewhere.
Well,
I thought she was going somewhere totally different. Now, let me just ask you this one thing: how many times does somebody have to lie to you before they lose their credibility, or as
usually.
as an
It's usually
authority,
once.
or
But it usually has to be a big lie. A small lie isn't something that I'd really take full on. If it's something massive or something that breaks trust, actual trust, not just, oh, you took my Kit Kat. No, I didn't take your Kit Kat. I mean, like actual massive things, then yeah, I guess so. But trust can be rebuilt. So,
But you didn't answer the question that Truth gave.
what was the
Does
question?
not knowing the motive
reason.
mean that your girlfriend didn't cheat? If you had,
Well, here's the.
No, well,
wait,
Of course she did.
wait.
Of course she
Sorry.
did. I'm going to answer you. I know what
Okay.
you're going to say. I know what you're going to say. Of course she did, right? Based off what you're saying. If I walk in and see them. But it doesn't mean there wasn't a motive, right? Just because I don't know the motive.
Yes,
but,
of course,
But,
of course. But it doesn't mean that you have to have motive
But you
to
ha-
establish if someone's lying, if a crime has been committed.
Okay.
Yeah, do you hear what
This
you
is
just
this is
said?
so much bigger than a girlfriend cheating on a British guy.
But it's the
Like-
same logic, though.
It's not the
No.
same. I want to say that it's
a
not.
whole planet compared to me in London.
And
That
the other
would-
thing
that-
is,
that would-
Like,
the other
they're
thing
not
is,
even close.
That would give you even more reason, right? Even more reason to not understand the motive because it's such a bigger lie. Even if it's a small one, like your girlfriend cheated on you, and if you don't know why she would do it, but you know she's doing it, just because you can't establish why she's doing it.
Okay.
And
but here's the thing. That analogy does not apply to the life of the shape of the earth.
Yeah, I
that
really don't
specific
like that
analogy does
analogy.
not apply.
same logic.
It is not the same
It's just-
logic.
Okay, then let's talk about somebody
It's
committing
not comparable.
let's talk about somebody
Oh.
committing a crime. Let's talk about somebody breaking the law, okay?
Breaking
A
the law.
detective
Okay.
shows up and sees that people have been obviously murdered, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Does he need to know the motive before he accepts that
convict
people
someone,
have
yeah.
just been murdered and a crime has been committed?
To
The answer
convict
is
someone,
no.
you usually
No.
do.
That is how most
Do you
that is
need-
how most criminal investigations go as following. It is established that a crime has been committed, and then the last part is understanding the motive. But right now, we know there's a crime that's been committed. Why?
So you
Because
guys
we
have a
have
conclusion
evidence.
Let her
already.
finish.
Like that's what you've just said. You have a conclusion.
If a detective sees a dead
and now
body,
you have to find evidence.
if a detective sees a
Like-
dead body, does he have to ignore that the crime has been committed because he doesn't know the motive?
No, but you haven't seen the conclusion.
Yes or no?
You
Yes or
haven't
no?
seen a conclusion.
Yes or no?
Where
I'm going to say it one more time for you. I'm going to say it one more time for you. And please answer yes or no. If a detective sees that somebody has been murdered and knows it's obvious murder, a crime has been committed. Has the crime not been committed just because he doesn't know the motive yet?
I'm not answering you.
Okay, then just go back on
Pointless.
mute.
Can I answer?
It's pointless.
I just want a yes or no. That's it.
Can I have
Does the
my
crime
answer?
not matter? Does the crime not matter because you don't know the motive yet?
Can
I
I,
don't know.
can I give my answer?
It's
Give
just a
your
yes or
answer,
no.
yeah.
That's all
Give
it
your
is. A
answer.
yes or no.
I don't know.
It's
Let
not.
him answer.
It's not yes or no.
It needs to be a yes or no. Does the crime
well,
not matter because
Of
you
course
don't know the
crime
motive?
matters.
Of course, yes, a crime.
All right,
a
great.
crime
Of
does
course.
matter.
Obviously,
So
a
you don't
murder
have
matters.
to know
Someone
the
dying.
motive to know there's
Does
been a
the-
crime.
Right. Does the lack of motive negate the evidence?
No.
In this specific scenario, no. But in such a lie as the shape of the earth, you have to. You need to have at least one motive,
Conclusion.
and yet
or
there's
motive
none.
or something.
Money, 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 money. That's it.
What
That's
money?
good
And
enough.
I
Where?
just gave you the
Money,
example as to why they
power.
cannot be. I gave you the explanation as to why they cannot be. Why are you
Look at how
refusing
much
it?
each space program gets per day. In America,
And
NASA
look
gets
how
$60
much
million
it-
a day
And look
of
how
taxpayer
much.
money.
And look how much the rest of the world does not care.
How
If
much
if one country, just because one country has their own space agency, a private, most of the space agencies are private. So the country doesn't even care if they even have that. The only thing that the country cares about is the territory. That's it. Where they perform their test.
But these guys
So
think it's one higher power, which I don't think it could be correct. But you guys,
No.
seem to
Let me
think there's-
finish.
There's 5 guys sitting around a glass table at the top, dictating what happens all over the world, and that's just not the case.
Right.
How do you know?
So
It's just
How
not.
do you know that?
For that
How
to
do
happen,
you know that?
Compartmentalization.
let me finish, please. Let me finish.
Go on.
All right, go
Please, let me finish.
ahead. Go ahead.
There is 0 reasons. The money does not go anywhere but the same place. And like I said before, as an example, technically, all lying. If they were lying, technically, they will be losing money. Now, how much money compared to the rest of the money? Yeah, that'll be a little. Compared to it'll be like billions compared to trillions and trillions, right? But it's still losing money, so it still doesn't make any sense. Because
you know where all the
even
money goes?
more.
Can
Let me
You know
finish,
where all the
please.
money goes and how the
Someone's
money is
mic-
Please,
spent?
let me
Jesus.
finish.
Yeah,
I'm letting all of you talk.
because I've opened my mic. I'm waiting to talk.
All right.
Unless it's still ladies' night, then.
No,
No, you can talk.
So
ladies, not over.
So this
That's it.
question is for what is
The
it?
reason of
Valen,
why.
Galen, and the other guy. Why are you here?
Why am I
here,
here?
looking for answers, just like you.
No, I'm
And I
here
yet to have any.
Okay, I heard you. What about the other guy?
I'm here to get the perspective of you guys because I actually enjoy having conversations with people, and I enjoy seeing what
Okay,
people
that's
see.
good.
Like, I enjoy speaking to people that are religious because they have completely different views to me, and I like hearing about it. Obviously,
All
I
right, that's
don't. But I
That's
don't.
very good. That's
Okay.
very good. That's impossible to do if you've already come here with all the answers, though, right?
But you guys have as well.
Right, but I asked why you're here.
Okay.
We know why we're here. You don't.
Wait, he just gave you
Well,
the reason
I
why
just-
he's here.
I
The
literally just told you.
reason you're here is to get understanding, but you can't get understanding if you're telling us how it already is, right or wrong.
That's what you're doing.
I'm not doing that.
What do
This
you
is
mean?
our house.
I'm asking. Yeah,
We're not-
all I'm doing is asking questions and having all
No,
these
you're not-
problems and telling to you
Okay,
guys
so-
to
I get what
for
you're
answers.
saying.
Okay,
I get
so
what you're saying.
okay, so what's your question?
You're kidding me?
There's
I
been
gave him
100.
all before.
No, just
Yeah, I'm
ask
not gonna
one
tell him all
question.
of them
Just ask
again.
one question. What's your question? You're making it
Why?
increasingly difficult.
Why?
Okay, one question: why are they lying?
Yeah, why? What's the reason? What's the benefit? What's the motive?
Control.
Control of what?
Now, can I give you my reasoning as to why it's not control?
No, because you
So you're not gonna even look at my perspective and deny everything I said.
But what does it have to do with evidence? Because we're just talking about okay.
So
what
you
it
have
could
evidence that they
be.
control the entire world? Is that what you say?
You asked me a subjective question because obviously I'm not the person who lied. Therefore, I can't literally tell you the actual answer. Right? Right?
If you're not gonna have the answer, then all of this may not be.
I asked you,
Dude, you're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot. No, hold on,
Hey,
Elijah.
let's not
No,
insult
go
each
ahead.
other, please.
Get him.
Then,
Then,
then don't
Let's
say.
not go into
then
that.
don't say stupid things. Then don't say stupid things. That is an.
You can
actual
say it to
stupid
me,
statement.
but don't be like this, man.
Listen,
Don't
I'm
be-
going to tell you right now. It's a stupid statement to say the Earth must be a globe because I don't know why they would lie. That is idiotic to even say.
Yeah.
That that's truly idiotic.
You guys
It's so
have
so
That's not
illogical.
what you're
If you
saying.
can listen, do you have to prove motive in a crime?
this. Oh my god.
That's not what I'm saying.
I'm going to
You're
ask you a question.
putting
Do you have to
claims
prove
in me.
motive in a crime?
And that's
Yes
not
or
what
no?
I'm
Do you have
saying.
to prove motive?
That's not what
Just
I'm saying.
answer the question.
The chance
No, I don't
Why
have
would
to
they
because
lie?
that's not what I
for them
said.
to have a prison
Listen, why
sentence,
would
I'm
they
pretty
lie?
sure you do.
Is asking the motive, right? It's asking the motive, the motivation.
This
Why
man,
would they lie?
Elijah,
Is the motive? You're dodging. You're dodging.
Elijah asked.
Can you listen to him just for a minute?
I am,
No,
and that's why I'm
listen,
trying to answer.
because he's
The guy who's
No,
speaking
you're
now
trying
with
to
you, can you listen him for a minute?
You're trying to escape the question, right? I'm asking you a question. Do you have to prove motive in a crime?
It certainly helps.
It doesn't. It's not an element of any crime that has to be proven ever, because it doesn't matter why somebody did it, because you can never truly know, because you can't know what's in the minds of men.
It matters when convicting them.
That's speculation. No, it doesn't. Listen,
Of course
look it up.
does.
Type in.
It
Type into
changes the amount
Google
of time you get in
motive.
prison.
Type into fucking Google motive in the law, and you'll bring up Wikipedia, and it'll say motive is not an element that has to be proven in any crime.
It doesn't have to be
Okay,
proven.
you got to. It doesn't have to be proven. It's irrelevant.
It changes.
I have a guy
Cool,
with the
then
murder
can I
weapon.
ask
There's a
another
dead
question?
body. There's a whole. Listen, I have a murder weapon. The guy with the murder weapon, we catch him in the act. There's a dead body. There's a hole in their head. It doesn't matter why he shot him. It only matters that the guy is dead and that the event happened where he shot and killed him.
But
That's the
your
only
point
thing
is
that
there's a
matters.
bloody weapon and there's a gun and there's no body.
Yeah.
That's your point.
Exactly.
Like there's
Yes,
no
exactly.
body.
That's not a motive.
And it's just
That is an
it's
event,
just,
right?
Like nothing happened.
No, that's
Nothing
not.
happened.
That's
You
not,
ju-
that's
you
not the
just-
How are
example
you
he
talking
gave.
about?
The example he gave
No,
was
that's
a
all of
dead
your
body.
examples.
Norsk, you have the dead body. You have the dead body. You don't have the motive. Does that mean the body's not dead?
Obviously not. The body is still
Obviously
dead.
not. So we don't know the motive because we cannot read the minds of men, right? That doesn't mean the Earth is a globe. That's moronic.
Okay, can I ask another question?
Yeah,
Because
ask me
Elijah,
whatever.
what Elijah said
before
was,
you answer your question exactly, because you're going to use me to preface your argument. But check this out. I said mind control, reason being, is because literally everything you'll do here tonight is attempt to work backwards from your own conclusion. The conclusion being that
No,
it's already
no.
clear. This can be proven. This can be proven. Right? So this is just an assumption that I'm making, but through the course of our conversation, you can be an example, or you can prove me wrong. But mind control, because people will work backwards from their conclusions and come up with really silly things because
exactly what
they
you
have
guys
the
do.
worldview that they have.
You're saying that the moon is a light
let's talk
in the
about
sky.
so let's talk about it.
North.
So let's talk about it. Don't tell me what I've told you or what anybody else has told you. Just start over, start fresh.
I'm trying to tell the guy that insulted me that I was asking the question because you asked me what question I was having trouble with. Okay?
No,
That's all.
listen, the question was
That's all.
fine. It's then when
That
you
is
tried
all.
to qualify the question and say, well, if we don't know why they're lying, then the Earth's a globe. That's what you said, dude.
No, we're asking you.
That's
why.
not what I said. You putting words in my
why
mouth
is
right
that?
now.
That's what you said
Because I
to
cut
us
you
as
off. I
well.
cut you off before you got to. Then this whole thing's in question. You said something to that effect. We can rewind the stream and get you verbatim if you really want. This is live streamed, right? We can just rewind the stream and figure out what you said.
Okay.
Yes, I know this is live stream.
Yeah. Okay. So stop playing around, right? So now I'm going to ask you why you just tried to lie. Why did you lie? What was your motive?
Why? I was not trying to lie.
You sound just like a child, dude. It's so funny.
Is that all you have? Insults?
Yeah, no, you sound just like a child because I have kids, dude, and you just like said.
Well, good for you, but don't compare. Don't insult me.
It's not an insult.
We're not here to insult each other, you know.
It's not an insult. There's nothing wrong with being a child. I was a child once.
Well, I took it as an insult, and most people do so.
It's just a description
Only
of your
children take it as insult.
I just think there has to be so much cover up. There has to be so many different things in so many different places.
What do they have to cover up?
Right. So that's what I was trying to go to, and you just got me off.
Let me put it to you like this: you leave your house, right? You leave your house, and you experience a flat, motionless Earth. That's what you experience. This is undebatable.
Doesn't matter what I experience.
That's what you experience. They don't. They
So,
believe
doesn't
that
matter.
what you listen.
Just
okay,
because
are
I
you done
experience it
interrupting
doesn't
me?
mean.
Yes,
You
right. You're right.
me,
Right. You're right. It does not mean that, right? But that's your first impression, and they've
course.
convinced you that outside of what you perceive and what your reality is, that it's something else. And their proof of this is some picture on a television set.
There's millions, not millions, thousands of people across the globe that spend the
Norse,
university.
again, can I repeat one question? Elijah asked you, why you are here?
I've said
Thank you
it.
so much.
Did you
'cause I was
not
gonna
listen?
re-ask it.
I've said it already.
You can't say you can't tell us why you're here and then your actions show different.
I'm
It's
giving
just
you
very
my
weird.
perspective.
I said why I'm here. I said I'm looking for answers, and I'm asking questions. So I guess
We're looking for answers. Why is there no measurable curvature? That's the answer we want an answer
that's
to.
not what I'm here for. I'm not here to
But
explain
that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for.
What do you want me? What do you want me to do? I just said I can't. Not.
Let's measure that. We can do that. Everyone can do that. Let's try to do
I
that.
want you to take the
Everyone
gold
can.
model, right? They say the Earth.
I'm
is
not
a
going to take the gold model because you guys say that the model is not valid.
Okay.
What's
But
your
this is
model?
what you
And
think
you say
exists.
all the time that a flat Earth
dude, you
model is
talk
not
too much.
necessary, so it's not
You
talk
think
about the global
filibustering
model.
actually works, bro? Do you think that stuff actually works? Like if you just like keep talking, then it doesn't matter. Like, listen, bro. Okay, this is real simple. How science works is you have a claim or a theory, and then you test it, and then you actually test the claim or theory, right? Is that how science works?
Yeah, I guess
Science
so.
works by a
Very
principle
simply.
called falsifiability, right? So if your theory is that all swans are white, you go out, you look, as soon as you find one black swan, does not matter if you found 1 trillion white swans, your theory's wrong, right?
In that specific place, I guess so.
Okay. So the theory is that the Earth is a ball of 3,959 miles, right? And you go out and test it, and you only have to find one example where that's not true, and it's not that. It's real simple.
Now, yeah, right.
That's
So-
exactly how it works. It's exactly how science works.
Okay. Now, just because one thing measured that it wasn't like, if you find one thing that gives you evidence so that the measurements that they gave you were wrong, does that mean that the Earth is flat?
No, it could be a larger ball, right? It could be a triangle. It could be something else, right? But the thing
Exactly.
is, if listen, but the fact is, you ask why would they lie? We know they're lying then, because you can't do any orbits. You can't fly to the moon. You can't. The sun's distance is wrong. Everything, the entire cosmic distance ladder, everything is based upon the radius of the Earth. And if that one value is wrong, everything else is wrong. That's what you guys don't get. If the radius is wrong, every other value that they claim is wrong too, because they are all based on the radius. All of it.
India.
All of it. The size of the planets, the distance of the planets, the size and distance of the stars, the size of the orbits, right? All of that is based upon the value of the radius of the Earth.
India.
It also debunks gravity.
Okay, right. I need to get to
So
bed.
if the radius is wrong, everything else is wrong, so that means they're lying. right?
Yeah.
So when they say that they flew to the moon 200 something thousand miles away, no, they didn't, because that value is based upon the distance to the moon is based upon the radius of the Earth, right? So that means the moon is not that far away, and they lied because they would have ran out of fuel, right? If it's a bigger ball, they run out of fuel because the moon's further away, and it's bigger than what they said. So that's why you don't get everything is based upon the radius of the Earth. You only have to falsify that one value. And if you can show there's no curvature, then the radius is wrong.
India.
They would have missed everything. They would have missed the trajectory window. All of it's out the window. They could
why they didn't?
Because they want you to believe you're on a spinning ball, so they can control every aspect of your life from cradle to grave.
Again, we're going to circles again. Okay, can I speak now? Would you not interrupt me?
Yeah. I want to hear you address what I said. Address what I said about the radius.
Yes.
About how the radius has been falsified, and like how you recover from that.
I just want to tell Gator, you don't have a row. If you want to jump up into VC check-in too, I'll follow you up there. Go ahead.
So
Go ahead,
we're going. What? Me?
Yep.
Address what India said, Valen.
I'm trying. We're going to a circle where you say that one thing is wrong, and then I'm saying that doesn't mean.
Can you repeat what India said?
Can I? I asked you guys asking me to not interrupt.
Can you repeat what he was saying in these last 5 minutes?
From what I've heard, he's saying that based on the measurements you guys did, the radius of the Earth is wrong from what they tell us. Is that what he said, or am I wrong?
Yeah. And?
Cool.
And if the
Am I
radius
wrong,
is
India?
wrong,
No, you are right. And?
Yes.
And I say, and I ask, does that mean that the Earth is flat? And you all agreed with me. So.
Okay, if Earth is not curving, what it is?
No, again,
no,
we're not saying
I'm asking you, if Earth is not curving, what it is?
No one said that it's not.
No, I'm asking
you. Guys
you.
Even said that.
I'm asking you. Only you.
Well, let me say this to this guy. According to, like, say, the Black Swan, right? So say the Black Swan was the leading ball edge, the horizon 10 miles away. That means you are on a ball whose radius is 265,000 miles and whose circumference is 1.5 million miles. Do you think the Earth is that big?
I don't know how we measure it.
The Black Swan horizon, if you make a sphere whose horizon matches that distance from the Black Swan images, that only matches a ball that has to be minimum size 265,000 mile radius and a circumference of 1.5 million miles. Okay, so so it's a ball. It's a ball of 1.5 million miles. That's what you think?
No, I'm saying that I don't know.
So stop being silly.
I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying. I haven't done the math myself, like you guys told me to. I haven't done it yet. So I'm just gonna say I don't know.
The radius. They say, well, we've eliminated a radius up to a certain.
No, you guys, not they. You guys.
Who they? You can do this too.
That's what I'm saying. I haven't done it yet. So I'm gonna say now I don't know, and because I say I don't know does not mean I deny everything else.
Great.
Okay, so
go to the beach.
I'm not saying. I'm saying I don't know. I'm saying I don't know.
Listen, if you have good photo or your friends, go to the beach and try to zoom and make a photos and see what is gonna make a calculation, and that's it.
And when I do, I'll get you back. But right now, I have.
Great.
India.
Cool.
So no, let me finish.
I only want India to respond to this. Right.
Yeah, knock yourself out.
Yeah, right. What are you going to say? Let's just imagine this happens in your world. Okay. Let's
imagine?
Let's just imagine it, because I know what you're going to say. You're going to say that, oh, well, it's unfathomable.
A hypothetical scenario.
It's not going to happen. Just
okay. This is the escape to the future fallacy. Here we go.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay, that.
Escape. Yeah, no, escape to the future.
Okay.
What are you going to do when we have civilian space travel? Is that what you're going to say?
When it's commercial, What are you gonna?
Yeah, it's never gonna happen. Listen, first of all, listen, bro. Even if
he's right. He just ignored the question. He dodged it.
Is your question, what am I gonna do when there's civilian space travel, commercial space travel? Is that your question?
My question is, if it happens, what would be your opinion on that? What would you say? Would you still stick to your guns? Would you?
I could tell you with absolute certitude, it will never happen.
That's not what I asked.
It would be a violation.
That's not the question. Don't ignore the question.
Oh shit!
It's not gonna. I think it's gonna happen. You think it's gonna happen? And you obviously don't know even the own global.
India, it will be on television for sure.
Guys, let's let Indio actually answer the question.
He's not answering the question. That's why we're interrupting.
I'm not. Listen, fundamentally, I will answer. Listen, shut the fuck up, dude. I'm gonna answer the question. Okay. The best I can get right. I'm gonna have to believe somebody that says they went up into space and they saw the Earth as a ball. Right. That's the same thing now. Right? That's no difference. So fundamentally, I'll have no knowledge, and I'll just have to believe somebody, just have to trust somebody, just like as if they say they saw Bigfoot.
Yeah, that's the same thing he asked us, and it's like
it's the same thing. I'll have to it'll fundamentally be a belief. Listen, I answered your question. It'll be a belief. Mm-hmm. If people say they went to space, and I don't know personally, I didn't personally go to space, then it will be a belief. I will have to trust that person that they went to space. That they went to a place, a magical place where they drop things and they don't fall. I'll have to believe that, right? It'll be a belief, right? Will it be a belief or knowledge? Answer that. Belief or knowledge?
Knowledge.
It's knowledge. Someone saying something that they did something is my knowledge. Yes. My knowledge will be that they said it. My knowledge will be that they told me that. My knowledge won't be that they actually did it.
Yours, but theirs will be different.
Yeah, right, but I'm not in their mind, right? You just think they're different. You believe they're different, but you don't know. You have to believe them.
What if I saw them go up to a rocket? What if?
What if? And you tell me, yes, I went to space in a rocket. I can only believe you or disbelieve you.
What if you
can't know
what if someone paid you to go?
Well, if I went to if there was a place called space and I could go that place, right? And I went far enough away where I saw the Earth was a ball and went around it. Yeah, I believe the Earth was a ball. How could I deny it?
Cool. What if we measure the Earth? What if we measure the Earth and there's no curvature? Oh wait, we've done that. Like that's happened. So you don't even have to imagine a what if. So there, I mean.
Well, I'm just taking your word on that. So I'm not. You know.
What if I went to Narnia and talked to a lion? I mean, like silly. We're just
what if question.
Silly speculation. What if I went to?
It's just listen, what if? It's not.
What if
silly.
you went to Narnia and you saw a talking lion and you talked with them? You believe that talking lions exist?
What if? Yeah, if I did that, yeah.
I'd like to give him a rebuttal question. If in however many years there is no space travel, will you start understanding FE in real truth?
Yeah. What's your cutoff?
Unrefutable evidence that the Earth is flat. Will you then accept the Earth is flat?
Yes. If someone got me up high or gave me actual measurements from actual scientists, then yeah.
You're in the right place then. Great.
The people that did the FE core tests are actual scientists, dude. Like
they
Mike Kavanaugh
really
has 3 engineering degrees. Yeah, really.
How come they never get recognized?
Do you think that nobody on here has like college degrees or something? Are you look that dumb?
That's a good question for you. Why don't they get recognized?
Yeah, I have a degree in behavioral.
I'm here for answers.
Okay, Valen, I have a degree in behavioral science, and I diagnosed you with narcissism. There you go.
Well, there you go.
Case closed.
I would recommend.
Not my question, but okay.
I would recommend.
Can I get a diagnosis?
Yeah,
I would recommend
personality disorder.
Is there a cutoff date where, like, if you don't go to space, where you're gonna start to not believe them?
No,
because in 1969 they were selling tickets to the moon. You know that, right?
Wasn't commercial.
They were really.
Yes, it was commercial. It was Pan Am.
In the level it is
stop
now?
making shit up.
Did he just say no? He won't stop believing in NASA?
It was Pan Am was selling tickets to the moon in 1969.
Really?
Pan
because
America.
I think 1969 was the first launch. I don't think they will sell tickets on the first launch.
Yep, they were doing it. They listen. They were selling. They're supposed to be done in like 10 years in the future. They pre-sell the tickets, dude. That's what they're doing now. You can buy tickets to go to space right now.
So they pre-sell it. So that's a different thing.
That's what they do now.
Branson's been pre-selling tickets to space for decades.
Yeah, Virgin Galactic has been kicking the can down the road for years.
It's the same thing as you pre-order a video game
From
and they
space hotel
push
that
the
so if
release
you
date even further. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah, so if you pay $250,000 for a trip to space in 5 years, and 15 years later they still haven't taken you to space, what do you think then? That's what Branson's been doing to everybody.
If they do it until I die,
no, that's what Branson's been doing.
Then yeah.
Oh, until you
If
die.
I do it until I die, then there's this flat. But until I'm alive, until they have their word and take me up there.
Bro, I'll sell you a house I'll build you in 3 years.
Hold on, dude. Hold on. I want to sell him tickets. I want to sell him tickets to space. Cut it out, dude. We're trying to sell Flat Earth Discord tickets to space right now. How much money you got? I swear to God.
4
Before you
pesos.
die, you will go to the.
I got some Martian real estate, Venetian real estate, lunar real estate.
I got the
premium view seats. I got the good seats with the good view, so you're gonna want that.
Hey man, I take Bitcoin. Jupiter for sale.
He probably has about 500K he could drop. Let's go to the moon.
These upside down guys are a different breed.
Upside down?
Yeah. The unicorns in Australia are running upside down.
I got to have a heads up.
Oh, luckily I'm not in Australia, so I don't have to deal with unicorns.
Yeah, well, I just need one picture of people swimming upside down, okay? That's all you need to do. Prove the globe. Impress your friends. Get all the girls you want.
You know, some of us are.
What happens when other people do it and then you deny it?
Why have they never done it at this point, though? That's the question.
Well, there's a lot of photos, physical photos of the globe, and you deny
I feel like I can answer that question.
Listen, we tested those photos.
I feel like I can answer that.
Of a unicorn, I'm telling you that.
Hold on,
I said physical
he's
photos.
trying to make if everybody will let him make it.
Hey, yeah. So, can we test those photos? See if they're actually real?
Yeah, you can like talk to the what are the professionals
That's not
called?
how you.
Where they
So
analyze?
asking the photographer is how you test a photo. Is that really?
Well,
how
you can
test a
study it
photo?
yourself. You can study it yourself.
Yeah, that's right. You can study it, right? And those pictures, what do they show? What do they show?
Hmm?
What's in the image? What does it depict the Earth as?
It's a picture of the
It's a
globe,
ball,
which is
right?
what I'm saying.
Right, and it's a ball that's 72% water, and the water's curving everywhere, right? That's what it
I think
shows?
it's the 71% of the surface, not like all of it.
Yeah. And there's water all over it, and you show the edge of the ball, and there's water curving everywhere, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's a globe.
Yeah.
That's a ball.
So we can go see if there's actually curving water down here in the real world. And if there's not
with the
curving
right
water, that
material,
means-
with the
and if
right, yeah.
And if curving water, there is no curving water, then that image is fake. No different than if I took a picture showed it to you, and there was a house on the beach on it, and then you went down to that beach and there's no house there, you know that image is fake. So this is the same thing. Take a picture of a ball that shows curving water, you go down to the water, and the water's not curving, then that image is fake.
Well, in my eyes, I see it curving.
Yeah, in the image.
No,
In
no,
the
like
real world,
here.
when we
no, here.
measure, you see it
When
curving.
you're at
Where
the
do
lake,
it
you see
curving
bendy
from?
water.
No, I don't. I see the effect of it. I don't see it like actually bending.
Well, describe this effect to us.
I cannot see the bottom of things when they are far away.
Can you zoom in
show
on
it. Show
You can't see the
show it.
bottom of. You can't.
Like
Someone posted
a
a
boat.
photo of it earlier.
Okay, you can't see the bottoms of things when they're far away on a flat surface.
Yep.
True.
Okay,
that's true.
So if I had a
posted
brick,
photo of
one
it.
brick, right? So listen. If I had one brick and I stuck it 3 miles away from you and stuck it on the ground, could you see that brick?
With my eyes, no.
Yeah, with your eyes. So what if I take a brick and I stick another brick on top of it, and then another brick, and then another brick, and then another brick, and then another brick? Eventually, you're going to start seeing the pile of bricks, right? You're not going to start magically seeing that one bottom brick all over again, are you?
Unless you get
No, you couldn't see it in the first place. You're not going to see the brick when I stack a whole bunch of bricks on top of it. But you will see a stack of bricks. Right?
So what's your point?
The point is, you can't see the bottoms of things if you're sufficiently far away on a
flat plane.
Surface.
Perspective. You can make a coin. You can make a coin disappear on a tabletop in 10 feet. You can put a coin on a tabletop, lower your angle of resolution, lower your eyesight, and the coin will disappear. That can happen on a 10-foot flat level surface.
Well, of course, if you lower this stuff, of course, it's
and you can make a RC boat disappear on a 500-foot lake. You can.
The point is that you're
you can
attributing it to
experimentally do this yourself.
And it's not. It's perspective. That's the point. You're attributing it to curvature, but it's just perspective.
Is it just perspective, or there's other stuff? Or just, if you're claiming just perspective?
It's not curvature.
So your claim is not curvature.
We can prove it's not curvature. We can actually prove
if
that
you
it's
do
not
the
curvature.
proper memeasurements and what's it called? What's the word again?
So listen,
calculator.
Oh my.
So there's a particular YouTube channel called Sky Free. It's a girl. She lives near a lake. The lake is 500 feet long. She takes an RC boat and a camera. She puts the camera 2 inches above the water and drives the boat away from the camera. She knows she measured the length of the lake using 100-foot sections of rope. She measured the entire length of the lake. So the lake is 600 feet. So she can take this RC boat and drive it away from the camera, and that boat eventually disappears. Why does the boat disappear when the lake's only 500 feet long?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay, so I'll post.
I see it. Someone else posted it.
It can't be Earth curvature because that is not far. The horizon in the gold model is supposed to be 5 times farther away than that. It's supposed to be 2,600 feet from a 2-inch high camera.
Then
the boat disappears in 500 feet. On the gold model, 2,600 feet away from a 2-inch height is the horizon. In the gold model, this is a 500-foot lake. The boat disappears in 500 feet, completely gone, vanished.
I'm seeing the video, and from what I can see, is refraction. And
so not Earth curvature.
Refraction and what was? It was something else. I can't remember the name. I'm bad at this.
Just random words you're gonna think up. So tell us the optical things that you're seeing that indicate it's refraction.
Yeah, the optical stuff.
Yeah, tell us exactly what what you're observing that indicates it's refraction.
What I see, well, there's a little bit of shakiness, and there's a little bit of just weird stuff that wouldn't be the effect that you would see. I don't know. I explain myself
that sounds really
badly there.
Guy.
That means this is more like I think it's a globe, and now I have contrary evidence, and I have to think of something.
You're asking a foreign guy to give you detailed analysis in a language he's not.
Listen, look, it's not refraction. Like he can't even explain why it would be.
Well, did you account for refraction?
Explained why.
Why would it be refraction? Why would it even be refraction?
Why would it not be? Why would it not be?
That's a burden of proof reversal. Listen, that's a burden of proof reversal fallacy. You're trying to put the burden of proof.
Do that too.
That's what you're gonna do. Then I'll just mute you if you're gonna be a dick. Like seriously.
Well, if either of us have no evidence for the claim, then how does that work?
So it says here online, this is off topic, but at 10,600 meters.
This has been replicated 20, 30 times.
At 10,600 meters, you can see curvature of the Earth. Right?
What are you talking about?
This is something off topic. I just said that, but I've just done like a tiny bit of research here, and this is what's coming up.
No.
The answer is no. Why is that?
The answer is not even from the elevation of the International Space Station would you see curvature of the Earth. Sorry. And that's not me saying it. That's the planetarium director saying it.
Neil deGrasse Tyson says you can't even see Earth's curve from 120,000 feet, and
But you don't believe anything he says, but you believe that.
Listen,
called a hostile
that's all,
witness.
and that's called an all or nothing fallacy, right? The math works out, so we can check the math to see if that's true, and it is true. Yeah, check the math.
Does it work out?
So
I'm not going to believe you because I haven't done it.
No.
Just
Are you
like you
saying that
say.
Neil deGrasse Tyson is wrong?
I never said that.
You guys
I don't know,
believe
but
some
you're
of the stuff he
sounding like
says,
a smartass,
and
to
then
be
you don't
honest.
believe some of.
No, I'm using your logic. I'm using your logic. That's all I'm doing.
actually using logic.
You're
not actually.
You don't even know what logic
You just
is,
use logical fallacy.
Your logic. Your logic.
Listen, you're not using logic. You're using irrationality.
I'm using your logic. You're saying that if
we're
I
not
haven't done it
irrational.
myself, then I shouldn't
No,
believe
no
it
one
or I
said
shouldn't
that.
say any words.
That is not what we say at all. We actually told you to do it yourself. We actually told you to do it yourself. We told you to do it yourself. So stop lying. Why are you lying? Why would they lie? Why would you lie? Why are you lying? Right?
I'm
you can't
not
figure out why
lying.
they're lying. Can you figure out why you're lying?
You lied
I'm
again.
not lying.
You just said we said don't believe anything unless you do it you do it yourself.
I
We
told
never
you.
said that.
I told
We
you.
never said that.
No, listen, Indio. I told him that he can take the photo, go to the beach, or with the friends. What are you saying?
Why would he do that? He has a religious belief. You're gonna ruin his religion.
I told
Not that I don't want to, I just can't. Right now,
Valen,
do that.
have you tested anything? Valen, have you? So you haven't tested anything yet, right?
Right. Like I said before
Okay,
at the
then
beginning.
stop saying "nuh-uh" to everything that Indio is saying. Actually, be an adult. I'm guessing you're probably 17 years old, 18 years old. Please act like an adult when having a conversation with adults. Okay? We can do better than "nuh-uh." Thank you.
But when
I just posted a picture of what I did in my son's school. If you look up Red Man, you can look at the two photos that I took myself. And if you look at the photo that's above, you cannot see the squares with the hazard sign. You can look at it. You cannot see the square that far as the hazard lines. As far as what you're seeing. Sorry, India.
Perfect.
I got a rhetorical
I see it.
question.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. Explain it again. I
Hold
couldn't
on,
hear.
Hank. If you're looking at, we're talking about perspective itself.
Right.
If you look at the floor, I was higher in the floor, far as taking the picture, and I got down river low. You cannot see the square where the hazard sign is. Why you can't see the square?
Did you calculate for perspective?
Hold up. Let him answer. Shut up.
Okay, sorry.
I don't know. Can I ask questions about what you did?
I got
I don't
higher
know.
and lower.
I don't have an answer. That's all.
Is the floor curved?
That's it.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know.
You do
I was gonna ask that. Did you I was gonna ask that. Did you account for any other variables?
Yeah. I tried to curve the floor, but the floor didn't curve. It's just straight. Stupid.
Did you try accounting for the glossiness of the tiles and the reflection of the light in the hallway?
Is the floor straight or not?
I don't know.
Does it have a glossy layer on top which is refracting the light?
Wait.
Is he claiming refraction inside the school? Is he claiming refraction inside the school right now?
Hold on, who was that? Because I'm going to go ahead.
A climate-controlled school.
Yeah. Where's that guy at? I got you.
I wish
Good day.
refraction would have happened in school, because then I could just cheat off of somebody's test across the hall from me. I could just see their answers refracted up in the air. That'd be great.
Thank you. Yeah.
I want to ask these guys a question. If refraction happens so much, how come when armies hid behind a hill, they weren't seen by the other side? Yeah, look, they're trying to hide, but their bodies are refracted over. We see there's a whole army behind the hill.
I had to unmute him.
Yeah, like the city of Troy, right? The city of Troy, Agamemnon was just on the horizon, right? How come
Yeah. They were refracted over the horizon.
I don't know. You guys go ask them. Do you do the calculations yourself? I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
You know what?
Or if I'm like taking a piss, I should be refracted above the bathroom stall, and everybody should be able to see me.
Yeah.
I mean, just looking at these photos right here. Just me taking the picture at a higher point and taking the picture at a lower point, it should tell you something as far as perspective. It's something y'all are not looking at.
You're accusing us of not taking perspective into account?
Who?
You're saying we don't consider perspective in what you're seeing? Are you familiar with the Black Swan? Has anybody gone over that with you?
Are you slow?
The black.
Hold on, dude. It's friendly fire.
Redman is a flat earther. Illegal. What?
Oh, I'm confused. Sorry.
Yeah. Go look at my name. How about that?
Yeah.
My bad, Reggie Noble.
Friendly crossfire.
I'm talking to these dudes.
Okay. My bad.
Listen, I think you have a school. I think you have a school. You can actually just replicate this in a long hallway. I don't think you have an excuse now. See, you can demonstrate everything.
Can I ask
You want to know what's funny? That you can demonstrate for yourself every claim we make, but you can't demonstrate any of yours. Not a single one. Why is that?
Why should that matter?
Because no, not at all. Come in here, have no evidence for your claims.
Why does it matter that your claims are verifiable? Oh my God.
Why does it matter? Hold on. Why does it matter? Because you fucking lied when you told me you was here for understanding.
Yeah.
Who said that?
I'm asking a bunch of questions. That's what I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, but you fucking lied.
Listen. This is
How do you
pretty
get answers? By asking.
That's so ridiculous. Doesn't matter. It's like you're in front of the judge with all these charges, and you're like, "Oh, it doesn't matter, judge. I'm guilty. Take me away."
What? Well, that's the judge has
But
to.
they
shouldn't
they
even be
don't
a question for
understand.
you. Like that shouldn't even be a
They-
question that you have to ask. Why does it matter?
Well, in my logic, or in my understanding, I guess, yeah.
You don't think claims have to be demonstrated? That's what you think? That the people don't need to
I never said
demonstrate
that.
their claims? Well, listen. You said, why does it matter? That you can't demonstrate any globe claims and you can demonstrate all of those. You're confused on why that matters.
Yeah.
So people that tell you things and charge you money and taxes for those things, they don't need to be proven, huh? They can just
I don't pay taxes.
So does the scientific
in
method
Argentina.
require? Listen, does the scientific method require claims must be testable, repeatable, and verifiable? Yes or no?
I'm sorry, what? I couldn't hear.
Does the scientific method require that scientific claims have to be testable, repeatable, and verifiable?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that's why it matters. Because the globe claims are not testable, they're not repeatable, and they're not verifiable. All of ours are.
And you do pay taxes because even the slickest outlaw, when he buys something at the register, pays taxes.
You know that in Argentina. Okay, let's not get into that. But what I was saying is that I specifically don't have to do the scientific experimentation on the claims of other people that already have done the scientific experimentation.
You only believe they did it, and you. Listen,
yes, I do believe they did it, and I believe they're right. Yes.
Why?
What of it?
Why?
Because they know what they're talking about.
How do you
because
know? How do you know? Because you know these people,
they
right?
have the proof.
They're not strangers.
You have faith.
How do you know? You just said you didn't check.
That's
They have
an
proof
appeal
of
to
anything. You didn't check.
Yes, they have actual. They studied the entire lives of it.
How do you know?
Yes, what's up?
That's confirmation.
How do you know any of this?
That is
because they have what's it called? They have a
degree.
What's it called in English? A degree. Yes, because they have a whole degree on it.
India. Let me ask him a question.
So does everything? I want to ask this question. So everything that someone says with a degree is automatically true.
Depending on the degree and depending on what they say.
So having a degree determines on whether some claim is true. That's what
Depending on the degree, depending on what they say.
So what if the guy has a degree in thermodynamics or whatever, right? And physics, and he says that water boils at 700 degrees Celsius at regular atmospheric pressure. Is it true because he has a degree?
No, because other people contradict him. That also other people have a degree.
So who do you believe?
The
one guy with
majority that have a degree.
So which one is there?
The majority that have a degree.
Hierarchy? The majority. So now it's the sum of the people that believe something which determines the truth. So you gotta have credentials, and then you count the number of people with credentials that believe something, and that determines whether it's true. You know, all these are logical fallacies.
I see it that way.
You know these are logical fallacies, right? The first one is called
when they have a degree, not like that. No.
Listen, there's no truth value in whether they have a degree or not. There's no truth value in the amount of people that believe something. Okay, there's none.
Maybe in the amount by itself, no, I would agree with you. But when they have and they know what they're talking about their entire lives, then yes.
Can I ask a question?
Dude, your reasoning is so logically fallacious. I don't even know what to say.
How would you know that they know? How would you know that they know?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah,
how would I know that you know?
Let me make one. Let me make one more point, Elijah. Then you can have it.
Oh, yes.
Listen, you need to go and take like Aristotelian logic and go back to like school or something. And this is not meant as an insult. You are incapable of critical thinking, and that's you were probably educated that way. You're just incapable of it. You think that truth is determined by people's pieces of paper or the number of people that believe something. Truth is determined by the reasoning for the conclusion. Does not matter who says it, when they said it, how they said it, how many people said it, where they said it at, were they standing on their head? None of those things mean anything. They don't have nothing. The claim is the claim and it stands by itself. And scientific claims have to be testable, repeatable, verifiable. Doesn't matter who said it, right? It doesn't matter what their name is, if they have a great reputation. Those things don't matter. Okay. They don't determine the truth of the claim. Only the claim determines the truth of the claim. That's it.
I go behind you.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree on you if
doesn't matter if you agree or not because it's absolute truth. There's no. It's not debatable. Like it doesn't matter if you agree with me, bro. Like seriously, it doesn't matter whether you agree. This is basic logic. You can go to any university. You can not even go to university and just read books on logic. This is basic reasoning, human reasoning. Okay, is that it claims there's formalized logic to determine the truth of things. And does this guy have a degree or do I trust them are not any of those things. Okay. Nowhere does the word trust appear in the scientific method, does it? It doesn't say step 1, trust the scientists. That is not part of the scientific method. In fact, the scientific method was invented. The scientific method was invented to not trust people. Do you understand? That's why things have to be testable, repeatable, verifiable. If you just trusted people, you wouldn't need to do any of those things, right?
Am I doing science?
Let me ask you a question.
Am I doing all the things you are?
If you just trusted people, would they have to be repeatable, verifiable? If you just trusted them, you wouldn't have to do those things, right? There'd be no point because you just trust them. Oh, God.
Sorry, come again?
If you just trusted people, then science would not have to be testable, repeatable, verifiable if it was based upon trust.
No.
Okay, so science is not based upon trust. Science is based upon what you can demonstrate in the lab, in the world, and everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's based upon. And going back to the beginning, so we just circled right back to the beginning. Can't demonstrate any of the globe claims. None of them can be actually demonstrated. Nobody can. We've had cosmologists.
That's your claim. That's your claim.
None that I've ever met, and we've had dozens of physics professors on here. PhDs in cosmology, PhDs in astrophysics, frickin' Mick West, you name it, we've had them all on here, right? And they do about as good as you. They don't have any demonstrations. They talk and talk and talk, and when you ask them for like the physical evidence for any of their claims, they have none. Space exists, right? That there's a big vacuum outside of our gas, and we have gas pressure without a container. Okay, demonstrate that. They can't. Coriolis effect exists. Demonstrate that. We can't. All these things, right? All these claims, we ask them to demonstrate them. They can't actually demonstrate them. You ask them, where's the scientific paper with the data that demonstrates any of these claims? They can't find that. So, like, none of these claims, these are all stories that they teach people in school, but there's no actual data to support the stories. And you can believe that or not believe it. I challenge you to go look through the scientific literature and try to find any scientific paper on a rigorous measurement of the Coriolis effect. You won't find
the Coriolis effect.
Coriolis effect is supposed to be like if you shoot a projectile, that the Earth will spin from underneath the projectile and appear to curve. Okay, this doesn't actually exist in the real world, but this is an argument for the spinning globe, but it's just a story because it's predicted by the quote-unquote physics of a spinning globe, but it doesn't exist in the real world when you actually test for it. See, that's what we're trying to tell you. There's all these stories about what is, but then when you actually go out into the world and actually check and test for it, none of these things actually exist. And you're having a hard time accepting that.
Accepting your side, yes. You
don't listen. You can do it yourself. You don't have to accept anything from anybody. You can just go test it yourself.
I'll get you back when I do it.
So I'll give you a perfect example of this, right? So you know what a garden gnome is? One of those little toy garden gnome things.
A
garden gnome.
Yes,
yeah, it's like a little troll that you put in your yard or whatever. It's got a little pointy hat.
Yeah,
a red hat. Okay.
Thing.
So there was a company, they make scientific scales for weighing things. So what they did was, as part of an ad campaign, they took one gnome, right? And they sent them all over the world to scientists. And they had these scientists weigh the gnome, right? With their precision scale. Well, according to the gold model, the scale, depending on what latitude you're on, the gnome should weigh a different amount. Well,
very different, little
guess
amount.
What? But what the data they collected is nothing even remotely resembling what the model is. Not even remotely similar. Okay, and these are scientists, top scientists, because they sent them to CERN, they sent them to Amundsen Station, they sent them to Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory, they sent them to all these places, to so-called scientists. And these scientists, they made the measurements with these scales. And these are precision scales with calibrating weights that they send with them. And it's the exact same identical gnome that they sent everywhere. Now, this real-world test shows that the model is incorrect, right, of a spinning ball. So this is what I'm talking about. Real-world data does not match the claims of the globe. And when I say they can't be demonstrated, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, this is exactly what I'm talking about. And you don't need a scientist because some of these things they say were proved by people, hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago, right? So surely you can do it in 2022, right? You can go out and you can do these tests. What year is this, 2021? Yeah, 2021. Sorry, my time machine's fucked up.
Wow. Okay.
But you get what I'm saying. Some of these tests, they claim that people that lived in the 18th century or people that lived in 2000 BC or 300 BC, they did these tests. And you're trying to say you're not a scientist, you can't do them. I think you're smarter than a caveman from 300 BC. They didn't even have the number 0. They didn't even have time. Like you can do these tests yourself. You are not incapable. And if you want to know the reality that you live in, you just have to go out and test it. Stop outsourcing your brain to other people. It's pretty much, that's it. You can trust people and live your life like that, or you can test it yourself and trust your own senses and trust your own abilities.
I just want to say 2 quick things real fast. George Washington was bled to death because he had pneumonia, right? Liquid in the lungs. And they thought that if you bleed him out, it will cure his pneumonia. The first guy that told everybody they need to wash hands when they're messing with the dead bodies, the cadavers, and they go up and deliver the babies, they put him in a mental institution, right? They thought he was crazy.
I heard of that.
Yeah, so always watch out for orthodoxy. Orthodoxy is the exact opposite of science. Be wary, very wary of orthodoxy.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that. Like, I think they did. Like, they didn't. They just for some reason they got out their blood and made it blade, and they didn't wash their hands. But then they realized that no, that's not okay, right? So that's just science in it. How it just
Dude,
things change.
who guess the people who locked him up were other doctors. Listen, the other doctors locked him up.
Yeah, I know.
Because they didn't believe in the germ theory.
In general. That just shows science right there in general.
So, okay, they did the same thing to Mendeleev. So there's a guy named Mendeleev. He invented the periodic table of the elements. They did the same thing to him. This is not a rare occurrence, right? This happens quite frequently. That people that believe in things against the Hank Hill calls the orthodoxy, they're persecuted. So do you think if a scientist came out with data that said that the Earth is flat, that he's gonna he's got a wife and kids, he's gonna say screw my wife and kids, and I'm gonna just go screw my career, and I'm gonna just go against everything? Or do you think he's gonna be more pragmatic and just go along to get along?
I'm not understanding what you're saying. Say again.
Some scientists discovered, okay, some scientists that you respect and that you think somehow is trustworthy.
Yes.
If they came up with some data, did an experiment test that indicated the Earth is flat, you think that they're going to just tell everybody?
Yeah. Why shouldn't they?
You just answered your own question, because you get locked up in a mental institution.
What happened after the mental institution?
Simowitz died in the mental institution. There was no after. The after was the grave.
Well, of course, yeah. But what happened after? What happened to the topic after?
What are you talking about?
The guy that they sent to the mental institution or whatever.
He died in the mental institution.
Right. Yes. Unfortunately. What was he saying? That you should wash your hands?
Yes.
What happened after?
He said that he came up with the germ theory of disease.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They did not believe in germ theory of disease. What do you mean? What happened after that?
What happened now? What do people do now before any like surgery? What do people do?
Well, they wash their hands.
So.
And
what I'm saying is
they sterilize everything now.
Exactly. So people did. Same thing happened with the globe.
Oh, sure they did.
Some guy just came out and say, "No, I think this is this way," and he showed his stuff, and people think he's an idiot. Thought he was an idiot. People thought he was like, "No, this is wrong, and here's why." And then other people were like, "Well, let me see what he did."
The point is, he died in the institution. He didn't get a Nobel Prize.
Look,
I'm not talking about the
his
guy.
argument that science is somehow auto-correcting, and it just auto-corrects to the correct thing. Dude, that is not what happens. Okay?
Science,
science does not auto-correct to the correct thing. Okay, it does not, and I can give you specific examples.
I agree.
The medical industry.
What I'm trying to say is that science works how you guys are doing right now. You're like denying. You're not denying. You're providing like all this evidence, all of these claims, all of this stuff. You're saying all these things, and that's how science works. You're just trying to see the wrong in the other thing. But what happens right now with the flat Earth and globe Earth is that no one is listening to you. And essentially, what's happening is the exact same thing that happened to the poor guy that died in that mental asylum. Don't you realize it?
Look at how many
Nobody's
people are on the
listening
server.
to us. There's 20,000 members in the server now, bro. 20,000 members
compared to 7 billion, I don't think that's much.
Compared to 7 billion people that have been believing a lie for 400 years.
Hold on. 7 billion people don't believe the Earth's a globe. Okay? You're deluding yourself.
Yeah.
6 billion?
Yeah, you're delusional, dude.
Only Western civilization is fixated on the globe. The rest of the world isn't.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Hey,
okay.
By the way,
China believed the Earth was flat into the 19th century. Okay?
That's provable.
So, like,
that's that's not something you just say, oh, I'll take a word. No, that's verifiable.
Okay, so you're deviating from
the
what I'm
globe
trying
was
to say.
imposed on the world.
No. Listen, there are people listening to us. A lot of people change their minds, and a lot of people change their minds before they find us, and a lot of people have changed their minds without finding us, and a lot of people disagree with what they call the science, the mainstream science, the medical industry and stuff, and so they don't participate. They don't often get in public platforms like this and talk about it, but yeah, I mean there's a change coming, man. I mean it might take a long time. It's gruesome to watch. I just watched that Witsit debate. Holy shit, man! There's so many freaking crazy people in there. But yeah, man, the change is coming, man. People are. Oh well, it just ended, and it was on McToon's channel, so you might not want to watch it. But yeah.
And we have people that come in here and ask questions and act like they want to learn something new, and then they just keep asking the same questions and they don't learn anything new. They're listening, but they're not hearing us. They're listening, but they're not hearing.
Yeah, we're seeking the seekers, and the seekers will find. They'll find the truth, or they already know it, and they're not people like us that get on the internet and talk about it, but they're always around. So, if you're watching the news or TV or stuff like that, and you think, oh, the world's in despair, and I mean, that's what they're supposed to show you. I mean, that's their modus operandi, So yeah, if you think things are perilous because you're following what they're saying on the news, that's what you're supposed to think. But and they are. I mean, in my opinion, they are. But it's only because people believe what they see on the news.
So that on the news thing, I'm not part of it because I don't watch the news. I don't
either. I used to. I used to be rigging all over it, but I just don't really watch it much anymore. So
yeah, and one of the things you guys should do, in my opinion, is not expect actual scientific evidence from people that join here. This is Discord, not a science lab, right?
What's really funny is I was watching that debate with Witsit. I'm about to post it. Hold on. Well,
yeah, I want to address that. Nobody's going to come here and give us evidence of the globe. So thanks for that idea, though.
Not true. And scientific evidence. And I was watching that whole. I didn't watch the whole debate, but I was about halfway through, and I was in the YouTube chat, and near the end of the debate, the guy that Witsit was debating, MC Toon, was supposed to be moderating, but he kept, he just can't help himself but jumping there. And anyway, he's not a good moderator.
Yeah, that's why I don't like that part of him.
But anyway, so Witsit asked him finally, which he should have asked him right up front, do you know the circumference of the Earth or the radius? And he's like, well, I don't know it off the top of my head. What the fuck? You don't even know what you should not be able to see over Earth. I mean, it's like 2 hours in, he finally find out the guy that he's debating doesn't even know said circumference of Earth.
It's like a defense lawyer showing up at court to defend you, and he's like, I know nothing about this case, Your Honor. I can't really defend him. I can't really defend this client, but I'm here anyway.
MC Toon was moderating, and it was another guy, Skeptic something. I can't remember his freaking.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, dude, it's like, why does Witsit even talk to these guys? It was Skeptic Dank. And that he finally, after 2 hours in, he figured out that dude doesn't even know the freaking radius of Earth.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, and the chat is total shit, obviously, because it's MC Toon's channel. And he's got more people watching now that Witsit left. I mean, they're still just trash talking and shit. It's fucking.
Well,
idiots.
Well, think of it this way: when so I'm not saying you guys. I haven't seen it yet from you guys, but some other flat earth channels do the exact same thing. When the debater goes the people that are left just talk trash. So
no, the flat earthers have better moderation.
Not you guys. Not you guys.
There's not a lot of flat earthers that host debates with these idiots, so it's not like we do debates in here and we'll have conversations, but yeah, there's not a lot of flat earthers that host debates because we want more information to get out there and we want to meet new people. But anyway, go ahead. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah. What are the channels? Can you post it up or just hit me up? What channels where you go?
Well, I was only watching this one because it was brought to my attention.
Not you, I'm talking about the other guy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, me?
Yeah. You.
So I said it like when we began the whole thing. I said I'm fairly new, so it's just like I said, I'm here for answers and whatnot. And I've been looking at the typical stuff you will look at when you search flat Earth on Google.
What you said was. You said other channels. What are the channels where I can go to see what somebody else is talking about?
NASA.
What?
Hold up, shut up.
No, not NASA.
I'm gonna go back and mute.
I can't remember.
Again.
This is
What do you mean you can't mute? What do you mean you can't say it?
No, I can't remember the names. I cannot remember the names.
No, you just boldly said there's other flat Earth channels that you went into.
Mm-hmm.
Sound off like you had a pair that you've been to. Let's see about it.
I can't remember the names. I even on the globe side, I can only remember one channel. Or was that? That was MC Tunes. I can't remember. I'm sorry. You're gonna call me like BS on that. I get it, but I can't remember.
Yeah. I'm about to call you out here.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
No, it's yeah. Of course, it's okay. So I'm calling you out.
Yeah.
Where do you see Curve?
What?
What do you see in life, Curve? What do you see
in
Curve?
life?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess. I mean, like type of mountain, very tall mountain, maybe.
No.
Or maybe an airplane, if it's high enough. I don't know.
Oh, okay. That's only elevation change. That's it.
Guess so. I mean, I said that you could see the effects of it, but the other guy says I said why that's wrong. You know.
Yeah. I'm calling your back out. I'm calling your back out right now. Where do you see the land that you stand upon curve?
I'm not understanding the question. Sorry.
Okay.
Where do you see Earth curvature? Do you have any example of Earth curvature? Is what we're asking.
Yeah.
Example.
Thank you. Yeah. Can you show it?
Of Earth curvature. I don't know.
Observation. A personal observation, like personally, not like
personal observation. I said, I'm
back to boats disappearing bottom up.
No. I was gonna say I don't have any because
Alrighty.
When I
welcome to Earth. Have a good day.
Huh?
Welcome to Earth.
You said welcome to Flat Earth. Have a good day.
I didn't hear. Sorry.
You said boats disappearing bottom up as they move away from you. Basically, is what it's like that. That's kind of an old school kind of things, like
2015
or somebody, not even 2015. It was just like old school guy, like, hey, why do the boats appear to disappear bottom up? Oh, they're going over the curvature of the Earth, right? And that's why you can see the sails last. And it's just really not a good argument. They obviously. Especially now since we can take zoom cameras and see the whole boat again. It's not.
We've been through the argument already, so we don't have to already because we just go on overcall.
Okay, but do you understand?
So when it comes to personal,
do you understand that though? Like if you can see a boat disappear and then you can take a zoom camera or a telescope and you zoom back in on it, you can see the whole boat again.
But when you keep zooming,
didn't go over
you
the
keep
curvature of the Earth.
right. When you zoom it back in, right? That's because your eyes like kind of have like what's it called? Resolution limit? Is that what it is? That you had your eyes have?
Angular resolution limit. Yes, of
Somebody
course.
else is talking. Hold up, somebody else is talking now.
Like somebody had a TV playing in the background. That's what
about a music.
So yeah, and when you have like a camera, so you can see further and whatnot, like the resolution gets better. Yeah,
what happened to the curve?
That's expected.
Yeah,
The
sure.
curve.
If the boat keeps moving away from you, it's still going to keep getting smaller and smaller. You can zoom in again. Still going to keep getting smaller and smaller. And there's going to be some angular resolution, and with atmosphere, there's going to be some distortion. I mean, you couldn't do this at night because the boat isn't lit. You're only looking, because the sky is lit. You only do this during the day because the sky is, it's light. I mean, you can't actually do that during the day. So
yeah, during the night you wouldn't see anything. But like
Right.
I was trying to say, so places like this, when the question was like if I had any personal, like I've seen it. No, sorry, my English gets messed up. When I heard of flat Earth, from that point on, I didn't do anything like personal sightings or anything like that. But going back to the boat thing, like I said, I'm not here to defend anything. I'm just here to ask questions and looking for answers, just like you guys.
Well, I mean, it sounds like you're kind of understanding what we're talking about, though, man. Just so far, I mean.
Yeah, you can go ask the ladies that I talked to. Half the stuff they're mentioned, I agreed on them.
May I ask you a question? You're here to ask questions. Are you here to accept answers when you get the answers?
I accepted more than half that the ladies gave.
Or you just keep repeating the same questions. It's like we've explained a lot to you, and you're like, I still think it's a globe.
I am repeating one question or two. Yes, I'm trying to understand
Even
those
if they
two.
don't
Yes.
go to space in the next 10 years, and they said we'd be there in 5 years, so I'll still think they're going to get us into space. Like that doesn't work for me.
I'm taking their word. Yes.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. They tell you you'll be in space in 5 years. 10 years later, they're saying, well, we need another 5 years. And you're going, I still believe you guys. It's like you're going to catch your old lady cheating on you. And you're like, well, I don't think she really cheated. I'll stay with her. You'll catch her again. I don't think it really happened. I should stick around a little longer.
So
I'm gonna get a picture.
We're going back to the same stuff. We just go in a circle. Can we not go in a circle and just keep going with the stuff I can say? And plus, you're just cutting me off on everything I say.
I'm gonna get you a straight shot.
You're not accepting the answers you're being given.
Yes, I'm not accepting those two answers. Yes, everything else I have accepted.
You don't have to accept anything that we say, honestly.
But, yes, I've heard this too before. Yes, do it for myself, search for myself. Yes, but right now I can't. So that's why I'm doing it.
It really
doing
more
this.
has to do with. Go ahead.
No. I'm putting it in chat right now. If he can look at it, just look at the picture and see what it is. Daggone it.
Are you going? Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Live stream text. You see it?
Yes. Okay. 2 photos of the city. Yes. What's up with that?
Yes. Three different cities.
3 different cities.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
and
it's you.
before you get into that, I'm going to be interrupting just for a second before you get into that, because I know you're getting ready to get into something with him. I just want to make sure, does anyone have any objections to Seth being unmuted as long as he mutes himself? If not, I'm just Seth.
Not just mutes himself, but he has to be respectful in here too.
I muted him.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, if someone muted him for being disrespectful, I'll just leave him muted.
If he's disrespectful, mute him, in my
because
opinion.
he was over talking.
Can I you guys, you think these videos, and it shows your points and it proves them in your eyes. Am I able to link one and you watch it? and then you give your point of view on that.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Is that? Would you guys?
We're the most open-minded people you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Great.
Hey, but I want Redman to make his point about this picture.
Yeah, I'll just post this.
Yes, Redman.
Or whatever. It's right there.
Yes.
What's up with these two photos? What's up?
With the three, that's 3 different cities.
Mm-hmm.
But yet the cities are going out. Where I live at, I took those.
Right. What do you mean by going out of? What are you saying about these cities?
Okay, if I can catch 3 cities in one shot straight across, at some point something should drop off. Only things in the difference in the distance should get smaller. If your belief is things should drop off.
What do you mean by drop off?
Where's the curve? How about that?
Going like over the curve.
How high up are you in that photo?
Hold up.
Let him make his point and let me answer. Yes. So you're saying that at some point some stuff should like go over the curve. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it should go over the curve. Yes.
So
what is the curve?
Yeah.
8 inches per mile squared, player.
Hold up.
Let Redman talk.
I took these photos from a building. Took the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is getting smaller in the distance.
Right.
Not curving.
Well, there's a lot of haste too. I can see a dot of white on the back. Also, how high up were you?
According to NASA, it should be curving at a rate that it is currently not in this photo. That's the problem.
So in this photo specifically, did you like take the measurements? How high were you? How far were you seeing? What was the what was the?
Do you see a
man,
curve?
I can't speak. On there? No, I don't see a curve.
Okay.
No.
What do you see?
I see 3 cities.
Right. Do you see it curving?
Curving.
Yes or no?
Now, maybe if I like compress it from side to side, I don't think so. Can I do that? Can I download this thing? Am I allowed to download stuff from you guys?
Yeah, you can download all you want.
Yeah, just right click on the picture and download it.
Okay. Let me, because
so copy or save
our eyes suck at seeing. You know how like optical illusions works? Our eyes suck at that. You know. So.
I don't know.
If I'm correct, Redman, those 2 photos, one of them is zoomed out a little bit, right? Like, because I noticed some of the buildings in the one photo on the bottom of the other photo, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
How high up?
So basically, hold on. If there's a lot of haze and our eyes are not good with optical illusions, how did someone get the original curvature measurement if they're not supposed to be able to trust their eyes? Where did the
because they
original
didn't do it? Because they didn't just do it with their eyes, just their eyes. You know, they did
so
how did they do it, Alan? How did they do it? Yeah, what method was used to measure the curvature?
I was afraid it was going to be like this. How many times have I said this? How many times?
Like, you do realize that we've been looking for the answer for years. We didn't necessarily expect you to have it. We've been looking to prove this.
We know how they did it and how they got the number, but we want to know if you know how they got the number.
But you just said you didn't.
How high up do you have to be to see curvature?
That's
how high.
We're challenging you to look at it.
I'm going to shut him down again. Sorry.
Yeah. No, fine. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Wait. You just wait. Are you going? I'm getting confused. You're confusing me right now. You say that You
what
were
I'm saying,
coming for
we
me
know
for
how.
answers, and now you're saying that you know, and you're just questioning me.
No, I'm
Yes,
saying
well,
look
we
at the
know what they
photo.
claim of how they claim to have come up with the size of Earth, and then and
Go
you just
look it up for
admitted you
them.
don't know.
Go talk to them.
No.
I'm not the guy that did it.
I know, but then we look at Earth, and it doesn't match up with what they said. The size of Earth is.
Who's they? Who's they first? Who's they?
All the people that are claiming,
NASA
everyone,
and all
every single person that claims Earth is a ball.
All of our teachers reading science books, Neil deGrasse Tyson, Bill Nye the Science Guy, Simon Dan.
They all agree on one number, right? Or it's approximate, but it's pretty close. It's between 24,500 to a little bit over 25,000 miles in circumference, right? And depending on whether you think it's a little blade at this at the equator and it's a little bit shorter between the poles, they agree on one number, and that number really would be kind of indifferent. But they all claim it's a globe and of this size, and we can do our calculations with that, and then we can do like Redman here. He's taking pictures of this, and he's like, I don't see any curve, man. Where's this curve?
Well, now the thing is, do you expect to see curve in that picture, in that photo?
Yes.
Yes? You did the calculations to see the curve that you expect to see?
Hold on. Wait.
Oh my lord, we've
Leo.
explained to you. I'm sorry, try to stay calm. We've explained to you several times the mathematical calculation they give us for the curve when we go to verify it is not there. We don't want to keep telling you that.
Yeah, Redman, I mean, would you expect to see curve in those pictures you took?
I'll tell you like this. I just posted up another picture of a mountain. Yes, in my hometown.
Mm-hmm.
In that same building. You see
same building.
See the picture?
Yes, I'm seeing it.
Yes. You see the mountain?
Mm-hmm.
Same building, just looking out another window.
Yep. I can show you different days what that mountain looked like.
And what am I?
Bolivian salt flats, 9,000 square kilometers in less than 1 meter a drop. Would you expect to see curvature in 9,000 square kilometers?
Sorry, what? I'm having a hard time hearing you. Who are you? Let me.
Stay on point. Let's let Redman finish his point.
Do you see that mountain that I just posted up?
Yes.
That's 14 miles away.
4,000?
14 miles.
14 miles. Okay.
Yes. Cool. You see that mountain?
Mm-hmm. 14 miles away.
Yes. Do you know about perspective itself?
Perspective itself. I have a hard time with the definition since it's in English. Remind me?
Okay. So I'm gonna explain it to you. When things get smaller in the distance, when you see things in the distance, it gets smaller, right?
That's the. Excuse me. Whoever is Sonny on the plane, could you not DM me? I'm trying to talk to a guy, and you keep distracting me with whatever DMs you're trying to show me.
Well, don't even worry about the DMs. Look at the damn picture. How about that?
I am. I'm just getting distracted. Yes. Okay. So, 14 miles away.
Yeah, 14 miles away. That mountain. It's bigger than the building. It's bigger than the building I'm in.
It's like bigger than it's taller.
You know what's really cool about that picture, Redman? Look where the horizon is.
Yeah. I got pictures of that too. I was gonna sneak that in the back door. Just
my bad. I beat you too.
I know. I was just thinking. I just looked at it and I'm like, wow.
Hold on. Let me go get that for y'all.
That's crazy. The mountain's in front of the horizon. That's all.
This see what you mean.
Your observer
the horizon sort of like a little bit behind it on both sides of the mountain.
I mean, you took the picture from a tall building. What's your observer height? Was it like?
By the way, yeah,
I got you right here.
To get back on track, you were saying like perspective.
Yeah, we're talking about.
You can look at it right here.
Not as huge.
Right here.
Small.
Boom. That mountain is bigger than the building that I'm in. This is where you don't understand.
Well, it's further away.
Perspective
It's got smaller.
itself. Yeah, not the curve.
Why would the curve get smaller?
Because it's supposed to be a curve.
It's supposed to be curving, yo.
14 miles to measure this?
Physical blockage. When we say curve, we're talking about like a physical obstruction.
And this is the measurement per se. This is the observation of 14 miles. And there is no curvature based on the math that says that there should be curvature.
Okay,
That's the problem here. There
you don't have
should
to.
be
You don't, so
curvature.
okay, so you don't have to show me the math, but did you do it?
No. Look at the next picture.
You don't have to show me. You don't have to show me. I just saying, did you do the math?
Yes. What math?
Yes. Okay.
Which math did we do? Are you asking?
Like the math, the math that you guys keep doing.
Well, that's the point. Is that hold on, here's the thing. No. If we were to, like, what we would use is the Earth curve calculator, right? To measure this Earth curvature that's supposed to be there.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask that too. I was gonna ask that too. Did you use that, or did you like do the math yourself?
Well, that's the thing. If we're using the math that is provided by the globe proponents like NASA and every other space agency in the world as very specifically saying, this is how big the Earth is, this is the curvature rate, this is it. Right, this is what we're going on. Based on their numbers, we measure the 14 miles away and the height and many other observations. We see too far. Earth doesn't curve at the rate that they claim it does. This is a major problem. Does that make sense? That's the point. Does that make sense? Based on the numbers that they're giving us, it's not curving at that rate. Yeah?
Okay. Now my question is, did show you, so you did like the math yourself based on the numbers they gave, right?
Oh my God, buddy!
Yes or no?
Hold on. Redman, this is his photo. Let him freaking talk about it, please, guys. Let Redman talk about it.
So I'm gonna shoot it out, and then I can go on to bed. And if you look back in the live stream text, you see the photos.
Oh yes, the new ones. Yes, the colorful ones. Yes, I see them. I'm seeing.
You see the horizon still further behind that damn mountain. They're still taller than the building I'm in. If you want the building, I can give you the building just as well.
The height. That's why I'm more curious of.
Say again.
He's more concerned about the height that the photograph was taken from. Like, this is just insane.
He's asking for the observer height, I think.
Yes.
That's cool.
Thank you.
I'll get you that. Give me just a second.
What floor were you on in that building? What floor were you?
I was on the 49th floor.
49th floor.
Boom, boom.
That'd be a little over 500 feet.
About 500 feet.
About 530 feet off the ground.
Above the ground. I mean, this is land. You know, it's over cities and land, so it's not over water, but it's still freaking badass pictures, and the horizon continues to go on.
Yeah, beyond.
Yeah, the fact that the horizon is well beyond 14 miles is a real problem. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess if I'm taking your word. Yeah.
Well, no. Here you go. Check it out. So, do you realize that? Okay, when we go out to the ocean and we're looking out at the horizon, is that where the Earth is curving in your mind?
if you stand on it, and you see,
right?
I'm guessing. I'm guessing so.
So I guess that's the part. So So the fact that the horizon is in this photo or and in other photos, it's well beyond what should be visible at the height that any observer has been at. It is curving. It is not showing that horizon where it should be at, 3 miles out if you're at 6 feet. Or, I didn't do the math off the top of my head as if from the 49th floor, but it's beyond what it should be. So therefore it can't be. So therefore the horizon cannot be the geometric edge of a sphere. Does that make sense? It can't be the actual hill of curvature of the Earth if it doesn't equal the math that they claim it to be. The horizon is something different, and it's off by orders of magnitude.
Well, maybe someone should give him the link to the Earth curve calculator. And all you have to do is
Oh, by the way, this is all begging your own question, because the guy who actually invented the Earth curve calculator came in here to debate one day and literally asked us how scientific experiments work. He had no idea what he was talking about. He did. He asked what an what a good dependent variable is. He's not doing science. He's taking, and here's the problem: we're all begging your question. You still haven't proven where curvature ever came from or was measured. It's all derived through ideas and concepts. We're just going along with your story, but you still have yet to prove where you've ever seen curvature. That's a separate story, I guess, than this. This is, even by your own numbers, you fail. And even by your own numbers, you've never even proven where you've come up with your own numbers before. It's real bad the more you look into this.
Well, like I said,
Fuzzy,
I'm not here for that.
I'm just trying to help him out, Fuzzy. Maybe look at something differently. That's all I'm trying to do.
So, like I said, I'm not here to give any scientific evidence. Every single
there's no. What kind of science do you really have?
I'm trying to say that I don't have any. I'm not here to have any or to give any.
Good. Okay. Well, that's good to know, because we've been here looking for scientific evidence for years and can't find any. All of us here started out trying to prove the globe to be correct and failed. When the more you look into it to try to prove it right, we can't. It's all a fairy tale.
We all started where you were.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you do.
And on top of that,
I didn't start there. I didn't give no faith.
Boy, I should have said most of us. I'm sorry. I didn't want to generalize. Most of us. I should have. I was like, no one will say. They know what I mean. And someone said it, and I knew it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Hold on a second. The argument that the gentleman is making is that he's come here with his emotional perspective against our logical perspective, and he can't understand why we're not accepting his emotional perspective when we are based in logic and he is based in emotion. Doesn't make any sense.
We also thought for 35 years. I thought everything he thinks the space.
Of course, me too. Yeah, I get it. I'm
35
not pushing against him. I'm just saying, I think he's starting to understand. He's like, well, I haven't done the math myself, and I haven't thought about that myself, and I don't have proof myself. And he's starting to see the erosion of his emotional perspective, because we're just like, well, what did you come with to try to figure it out? It's like the kid that came to class without doing his homework, and then he's confused why he doesn't understand the lesson plan for the day.
Well, it's more like I came to a class to understand the subject.
But I'm trying to say, if you didn't do your homework, hence the homework reference. If you didn't do your own homework, the teacher can try her best, but the kids that did their homework are going to get what's going on faster than you, because they did their homework. They thought about it at home. You didn't think about it at home yet. You didn't do your homework yet. So just like you said you would, you should go back and do your homework and then come back.
Yeah, I've been
very
saying
good
that.
point.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. No,
I've been saying that.
I listened to conversations for years.
Listening is not your homework. Your homework is thinking for yourself, critical thinking. You can listen to people talk all day.
I meant listening without talking and just understanding and internalizing it.
But that's hard. That's harder to some extent, right? Because we can listen to all of these different perspectives and have a hard time differentiating. But what the gentleman was trying to point your attention to is each of them individually took the numbers that they were given, plugged them into the curvature calculator, looked at the distance between this object and that object, and said, "Oh, that is not supposed to be here, given these calculations that I did myself." Do you understand? So until you do the same thing, it's going to be hard for you to listen to him and differentiate who is right. That's why you're like, well, all of these scientists are lying, all these people are colluding, and your mind is going in that space because you didn't do the homework yet. But we did. And we're trying to tell you, hey, go do the homework. Just go do the homework. Just go do the homework. And then should you do it, perhaps when you come back, you're like, fuck, I did the homework. Which doesn't make sense. I'm like, exactly. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I've been trying to say for the past hour. Thank you.
You're welcome. No worries.
You brought nothing?
Well, is anyone going to address Redman's pictures and the actual curvature calculator?
See, even with anybody going to the curvature calculator, you're already stepping into the weed.
Exactly. We're entering their court.
You were right. You want to step on their court of their mind. If somebody could tell me who went to the center of the earth, that'd be the guy I want to talk to.
The Rock. Dwayne Johnson went to the center of the earth.
Well, you just
no. That's gonna be the steroids and all that. I ain't going with that.
Well, but for the last 15 minutes, you were saying how this picture doesn't line up with the curvature calculator and what you should see. But now, when I say that it does, now you want to backtrack and say, "Oh, let's not go."
That's not what I said. I never brought the curvature calculator in that.
You said we should be able to see curve, right?
No,
based on the numbers that they give us.
I never said that.
Wait, you guys said that based on the numbers they gave you, you should see curve, and you're not seeing it. That's why you.
I never said that.
Maybe not you specifically, but the rest said that.
That's part of it. There's a plethora of reasons why the Earth is flat. It's not what they claim it to be. A turn after turn after turn after turn. You go down every different avenue as to what you think should have proved the Earth 1,000 years ago, and you realize it's all based on fairy tales. Every part of it. It's all circular logic. Everything's
what I'm saying is, you all were using this picture to prove a point to him about where the horizon was, all this stuff, and I put it into the calculator.
Okay.
The horizon should be.
I'm going to ask you a direct question. What is the horizon to you? Since you want to jump in, what is the horizon?
In that picture, the point where you can't see past the curve anymore.
You already wrong with your definition. Across the board.
You're begging the question. You're affirming your own consequence. You're already assuming it's curving.
All right. Begging the question, logical fallacy.
Well, he answered.
See, this is what I mean. You all were using the horizon definition all this time, but now when someone else uses it, now you want to throw it out. That's what I mean.
No. I know. I have a completely different definition of the horizon than you just came up with.
Okay,
so
there's only one definition.
What's your definition of the horizon?
Well, say your definition. Say the different definition that you have. Say it. Go on.
Well, again, I'm not going to sneak in there. Because it's flat, it looks like this. No, it just appears. It's an ever-changing
It's the apparent position where the sky appears to meet.
No, it's not. It doesn't have to be the sky. It doesn't have to necessarily be the sky or the land. It's where you're optically, your vision, it gets to a point at which the angular resolution is too much, and you get to the vanishing point, to which you can't resolve any more clarity at that point from that distance, from your perspective, and meaning your altitude
and it's above your head. Right. What we're talking about, the horizon, is the apparent location where the sky meets the earth or the water. Right? Because the disappearing point could be directly above your head. Right? That's not the horizon. Right?
That's true. No, that's a fair point. You're right. Totally. You're right. Yeah, absolutely. So specifically in this case, it's looking out.
Okay, so why were you all in this picture that Raymond posted? What was the issue with the horizon being behind the mountain?
They're saying that it shouldn't be behind.
No. Okay. I'll answer for my pictures, and my pictures.
Okay. Yes, you're right. I shouldn't do that. Yes.
Yeah. So, when I say horizon itself, I was speaking about perspective.
Okay.
The mountain itself is taller than the building I'm in. So I'm speaking about perspective. The horizon is still beyond the mountain itself. I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about the mountain itself. So if you can't understand perspective itself, you won't understand the horizon itself.
Vanishing point.
It's simple.
Yeah, I don't understand what's so complicated. The mountain you said was 14 miles away. I put in the observer height and into the curvature calculator, and I got that the horizon should be 32 miles away. So it should appear to be behind the mountain. I don't understand why people were brought it up as an issue in this picture that, because the horizon is behind the mountain.
Wait. Okay, so I took that with a cell phone. What do you think I can get with a P9?
Well,
we were talking about that's picture. We're not talking about what you could get.
Right. I don't think the P9 or whatever other camera have, when you have that picture, I don't think the P9 will see like the curvature like more up or more down. I don't think.
No. Two things. We're in the weeds, and if you were bringing up it for perspective, right? If you were bringing it up as a perspective, that's a different argument than what. So call it a white swan if you need. There are other examples of the horizon being further than it should. So this is whether I was thinking of a different photo before I saw this one, but the point being, we have other versions of this photo, multiple other ones. This is just what he's trying to say perspective-wise, which is technically the wrong point. If I brought that, sorry, but there are other examples we could give you, if that makes sense.
No, you good, Fuzzy. But all I was saying was that mountain is way bigger than that building. That's all I was saying.
But shouldn't things get smaller when they go away?
Do what?
Don't things get smaller when they get away?
It's called perspective.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Yeah, so things getting smaller when you go further away makes it a globe, I guess, or spinning ball in space.
No.
I never claimed that.
Hold on. The guy who showed the picture, he was talking about perspective. He was demonstrating perspective. He wasn't saying that this was due to lack of curvature. Because I was listening the whole time.
Thank you, Hank.
So you're saying he never asked the question, where's the curvature?
I think that was my fault. I think I was talking, because I equated it to the black swan, the horizon being way further than 14 miles.
I understand, but you're saying Redman asked the question, where's the curve in this picture?
Well,
I didn't hear him say that. Right? If we want to show you, where's the curvature? Right, we'll show you the black swan images. Right, we'll talk about the salt flats. Hold on. We'll talk about the salt flats that are 9,000 square kilometers with less than 1 meter of vertical drop. Right, if we want to talk about where's the curvature, we'll show you that. Right, we're not going to show you a picture of 500 feet off the ground and a mountain 14 miles away. He was demonstrating perspective. Because a lot of Globers come in here and do not understand perspective because they never took a serious art class.
Thank you. Hats off to Hank.
I mean, that's fine if you all want to move the goalposts. That's fine. I mean,
that's not moving the goalposts.
Okay, so it's not.
Wait,
oof.
Shut up.
Wait. We're starting to get angry. We're starting to get angry. Don't get angry. Don't get angry.
No, I'm gonna mute you.
No, because it might have been my fault. So if I will know, not moving the goalpost. Explain how we're moving the goalpost.
Don't get angry, please. We were doing so fine.
I'm not angry.
For like 20 minutes, you were using this picture to explain why the Earth was not curved, and now when I challenge it, now you want to bring other pictures and you want to move away from this because apparently this picture does not disprove curve.
What I am claiming, I was driving and I thought you guys were talking about a different picture at first, and then I saw it and I thought I was equating this photo to the black swan.
I realized that's what you were saying.
It was maybe more like 10 possibly, but the point was we have other photos. I
believe what I'm saying is it wasn't just you. There were multiple people in this room.
Because we were all equating it to the black swan, which does make problems for the globe.
As soon as I heard that it was the 49th story, I knew right away, without doing the math, that it wasn't a black swan. I knew right away that
it's not about.
Yeah, I knew
that's why I said
it's really high off the ground.
Yeah, that's why I said.
Sorry.
Yeah, like 5 minutes ago, I said we do have other photos of that. Now, if I was moving the goalpost, I was doing it 5 minutes ago. And when I realized my mistake, that's when I did it. Yeah.
Right. So he admits he made a mistake. Thank you for calling us out. You want to talk about the black swan now? Guy who came in here and
you want an actual example?
Yeah, let's talk about the actual black swan.
I've seen that go that multiple times.
Which one? All of them? How many black swans? Because there's at least 3 or 4 I can think of.
Yeah, I just had a problem with the way you all were using this picture. That's the only thing I had issue with.
That's why I was changed. Yeah.
My picture is the perspective itself. The mountain is bigger than where I'm at. That's all I was going with. And now if you can't see perspective itself, then you have a problem. Never say anything about curve. Things get smaller in the distance. I keep it simple. Yeah. Strawberry coconut. That's it. Sweet berry rind. What you gonna say now?
I mean, we'll just have to agree to disagree. The only reason I even went to the curvature calculator because the mountain photo and the photo of the cities. I mean, you weren't using it to prove curvature, but I heard it multiple times. That's the only reason I went to the curvature calculator. But like I said,
that's what. Cool. Hold up, Fuzzy. So, I took that with my cell phone. If I had a P900 at that time, bro, I'd be in another world. You be trying to argue your way out of that.
Yeah, but
what can you do with the black? What can you do with the black swan?
I wasn't trying to do anything with the black swan. I just had an issue with the way you were using these particular pictures.
Okay, well let's use the black swan then.
Put that curve calculator versus the black swan.
Yeah. Also, before what don't you understand? I sort of switched the conversation from his perspective to thinking the horizon beyond what we can see.
I apologize for not knowing the gentleman's name, but the gentleman with the thick Asian accent asked what was the observation height, right? And at that point, that's when it left the conversation of being about perspective to whether or not it was a black swan. Right?
Yeah,
And
when I
he
heard
asked
49th
what's
floor too, I
observation
was like,
height.
that's probably not. Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as I heard 49th floor, I was like, no, that's not a black swan. I automatically knew. And if anyone would have been in here trying to push and say that it was a black swan, I think several people would have called it out.
Which is why I said if I did that, then we do have other photos that show the horizon where it shouldn't be. I did say that a while ago because I recognize the same thing.
Fuzzy, you good?
And it's not about the photos
I know,
because
I'm
you can
just
go do
saying.
it yourself. You can go do it yourself, so it's not about the photos. That's the problem with the globe Earth. You can't verify that shit. Globe Earth model is just a model.
If you truly want to understand the black swan, we have the perfect guy to explain it to you. I don't know if he's listening or able to jump on, but we have QE's in here. So if you want a really short, simple, to the point description of the radius, there you go. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. I'm busy doing stuff, just listening, and I got to be called out immediately.
QE,
sorry.
Strawberry.
I'm very sorry if people cannot talk, be themselves, and just talking like they are, and they are muted. Because somebody is a moderator or something, I can mute me all the time. It's unbelievable. What is it about? Censor culture? So if they don't like what I'm saying, they're muting me. What is it about?
I don't know, Johnny Bernard. You were muted from a while back. If you're going to complain about getting unmuted and just like cry about it in the live stream, I'll mute you back. You're unmuted, so just be happy about it, and then just have a conversation normally and let everybody continue with what was going on.
Strawberry, coconut. Speak up.
What?
I would say.
Let's talk about that black swan QE. I like to see how this goes.
Yeah, you would, man. I'm dead. Give me 5 minutes, man. Can you delay for 5?
Can I answer?
Shit.
No. Can I?
What up, QE?
What up, man? What up, guys? Sorry, I've been real busy lately.
Still
man.
love you, dog.
I love you guys too, as far as you know.
I say multiple times I don't have a problem with the black swan.
Okay.
I showed you my love. I sent you a super chat the other day.
Yeah,
appreciate
it.
Do your thing, John, and then just jump back in. We'll wait, or we'll hold it down.
No, I'm just listening for right now. I'll be done in about 5 minutes, man. Go on.
Oh, cool.
Oh shoot. All right. Well, somebody post up black swan. Let's see how he.
See, I don't know if I should give away John's tactics, but he's waiting for somebody on the globe side to say something stupid.
I'm not, man. I'm actually really busy, man.
Okay. Yeah, you have been busy. I got to say, John, I really appreciate that video that you put out addressing the image and the cropped image that was cropped out. I absolutely loved it, bro.
Yeah, I try to keep it concise to the point. I try to do that because there's too much bullshit out there. So, yep.
And I loved it even more that Riley was saying that if this toothpick is this, right, he wasn't saying that it was. So, he was being as honest as possible. So I really dig that. But it was obvious that that's what that was.
Well, their whole argument, their entire argument is a reification fallacy. It's almost childlike. It's really stupid. So I left it back there. It seems like people want to continue to talk about it. I think it's a belly laugher, to be perfectly honest with you. But I'll be here if anyone wants to bring that up. I'll just take you to the woodshed quick.
Sorry, you still there?
Wood.
Well, we have Johnny that's wanting to answer QE. I don't know if you want him to answer right now. If you want to wait till he comes back. If you want to wait till he comes back, we'll unmute it. Let you unmute him when you get back here.
No.
Yeah, I'm still here.
God, Skype is a dog, man. They need to fix this thing.
Strawberry, what do you know about the horizon? What is the horizon, actually?
I guess where the sky meets the ground. Visually.
Okay. Is that the curve?
I don't think there is a curve.
Welcome
that
to Flat
was
Earth. Shit.
No, that was cool. That was quick.
Bro, I need somebody to smoke me some ribs. Shit.
You got that strawberry coconut reefer.
Shit.
Come on.
You got to it real quick.
Oh, jeez.
I was never saying there is a curve. I was saying your picture didn't disprove a curve. That's all.
Okay. How about this picture? I'm about to post up right now. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Post that.
Yeah. I'd like to see how you wiggle your ass out of this one.
There's nothing to wiggle out of. There isn't a curve.
Woo!
Come on, girl.
Why you
shake it for me?
Why you keep going back to this? Like,
you see what I just posted?
Idea.
Yeah.
Don't post anything else. Do you see it?
I've seen it like 1,000 times.
All right. How you explain that?
That's hyperbole.
For the 100th time, I don't have a problem with it.
For 100 times, shit. I was the one who came up with the argument. I haven't seen 1,000.
I'm shutting up. Shutting the fuck up right now. Explain that to him.
You want me to explain it to him? Listen, I'm almost done.
No, not you. Him. Explain it to you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's the argument? That should stall him for about 10 minutes.
I'm going to mute.
That's what I'm trying to figure out what the argument is.
See what I mean?
It's only been like a year and a half.
Do you know why they call it a black swan?
Because the horizon's not where they say it should be.
But do you understand the logic of the black swan? Like why they call it a black swan? Okay. Obviously not. Does anyone want to, or you want me to just tell him, or what?
Yeah, if I make the argument that there are no black swans, it only takes one black swan to prove me wrong. So I can show you a gazillion white swans. If you can prove one black swan, and that's the thing, anybody can prove it. You don't have to go to a certain continent. You just find a large body of water, and you can prove it for yourself. It's demonstratable. It's falsifiable.
Yeah. One black swan proves that not all swans are white. It only takes one to disprove that claim.
Yep.
So you can show me a million foggy days, a million days where it's really hazy and you can't see past the 1.225. But if we show you one where you can, your geometric horizon, it's over. Your radius, it's over.
The party's over. I'm just playing.
Oh, you can't do that, right?
Neither can you.
Yes, I can. Turn out the lights. Party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. You numpty dipshits. That's it.
I still like it when you do it. It's better, in my opinion. You're right.
Closing time. You can't stay here, but no. I don't know.
Blackpool Swan.
I'm high, man.
Yo, QE.
I just made that up off the cuff, man.
And that's perfect. It's perfect.
QE.
Oh, that's a great
You
song.
don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Yo,
Blackpool
QE.
Swan, won't you come and take away their pain?
That actually wasn't too bad, cute.
I like you do that one much better. I like both, but the Blackpool Sun is you're right on point with that one. That's a great song. That's a remix.
Remix. I can't think word shit, man. I just made that.
Wait.
It was so funny. It was just off the cuff, man.
Chewy, what happened to Sweetie? What was the name? Strawberry. I can't remember the rest of it.
He said Sweetie Coconut.
Yeah, Sweetie Coconut. He got the hell on, did he?
I don't know who you're talking about. I just got in here, dude.
No. I posted the picture. You spoke to him. He got the hell on quick.
I'm still here.
He's still here. His mic's wide open. No, he's here and his mic's wide open. I see him right now. He just spoke.
Nah, that's not him.
Okay, I can't read.
Yeah, that's Flatter.
The Black Swan's coming up for. We're gonna go over it on Tuesday and Saturday on Ballbuster. So if you want to tune in,
tune in. I'm gonna speak on that.
Or any of the 100 times that he's already covered it on his channel. If you go to Quantum Eraser channel, subscribe now, click the like button. He's covered it 100 times, and he's going to keep covering it till you numpty dipshits get it through your thick fucking crayon munching, window licking brain.
I wish two more would hit it.
Don't
because
stutter.
I'm at. Hold on a second. I wish two more would hit that subscribe button. I'm at 3,998.
Man, share some of those subs.
I can unsubscribe and resubscribe, but I don't think that will do much good.
John, how many did you say?
3,998 right now.
Okay.
Oh,
it's more than Radius.
Okay.
35.
It's more than Radius.
It's not a big deal, man. It's just been sitting there for the past couple of days, just teasing me and shit. It's not that big a deal.
Okay, now I can see it.
Anybody else want to challenge the Black Swan?
Don't talk. It's my turn. Okay. Now we have a new Black Swan.
Sound off.
The Blackpool Swan.
Good night.
The Blackpool Swan. The new photography from Ranti and company.
I think so.
Yeah, it still doesn't replace the original Black Swan. The reason being is there's no horizons in the Blackpool Swan. Now that's a problem, but still it doesn't overtake the original.
No, but nothing would ever take that.
No, it's too cut and dry because of the oil platform. Because it's actually a measurement. Actually,
so it's the only significance of the oil platforms is purely distance.
But we're not talking about.
We got to somehow get someone out on a boat in California and actually go.
I'm talking about the Blackpool Swan.
I know you're
okay.
But someone needs to go out there in California because that's the only thing they have left to say. Like, well, did you actually measure it as 10 miles? Oh, Jesus. That's the only thing they have.
Nah, they don't. Google Earth, the distances are correct.
No, I know that. I'm just saying, like, if we can somehow just get a boat, I don't know.
What? Fuzzy. Why we need to?
No, I have to put. Sorry, I have to.
They trust their God.
Sorry, I have to take
the shape of the earth.
The conspiracy cat. He said another thing. He had grown from the photo.
They trust their God. That's their God.
That is showing
of another kind.
Black Swan explanation.
Hey, do you guys hear yourselves speaking because you're over talking each other?
Yeah, I was wondering. I don't think Redmond can hear Johnny.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Why don't you two guys, hey John and Redmond, pop out and pop back in again?
I'm going to bed. Y'all have a good night.
I was talking about the photograph.
Yeah, take it easy, man. Cool. Yeah.
I was talking about the photograph, and now everybody's talking about a conspiracy cult has grabbed the photograph. Take the evidence of the black swan evidence that was to the left of the photograph.
Yeah, like I said, it's not as cut and dry as the original Black Swan. They can, because there's no horizons in the picture. There should be, but there's no horizon. There's people can question it, so it's not cut and dry. So I tend to stay away from it. I run home back to mama.
Okay, but what do you say about the? You can see to the ground of the mountains.
Yeah, the reason why I said that was because of Anthony Riley. I wouldn't have said anything because it was too squirrely, but he identified, to my satisfaction, one of the wind turbines at 200 or 700 feet, and it's slam dunk 200 meters from the shore. So that's why I did it. If he didn't do that, I wouldn't have said anything.
Like I understand it, we can see to the ground of the beginning of the, if you can say so, of the mountains.
Yeah, there's still a little miraging going down there close to the bottom, but I like I said, I used that wind turbine at 700 feet, the base of the wind turbine, and there it's 200. Like you could see that there's plenty of room from the turbine down to shore. But I'm eyeing it. 200 meters is a fair estimate. So that's why I said it's a little squirrely. That's why I just run home to mama to the original Black Swan. That's all I need.
Mm-hmm. But, in the left, you can see behind the mountains and you can see all the horizon.
There is no horizons in their photo.
They were proud of that fact too, but that's the biggest problem with the photo.
It's not really. It's a problem, but if you go by the definition of horizon, there should be a lot of drop there, but there's not. But if you go by the definition of horizon, there's no horizons in the photo. So anywhere, because
right, it's no photo to analyze. It's a wrong photo to do anything.
Yeah, it's a little square. Now, there is a black swan looking towards, there's two black swans. You got a swanling from the observer to Blackpool Tower, because you could see the surface all the way to the beach and up to Blackpool. You shouldn't be able to see that. It should be blocked.
Yeah, and we have two waters over and we, that tells a lot of story and differences that can happen because of it.
Yeah. But like I said, it's a little squirrely, so I dealt that a death blow and I just ran home to mama.
But I think it's a very, very stupid photo to talk about.
Well, yeah, it is, because their claim is what it is. It's a massive reification fallacy. Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah,
now, not the photo. Hold on, John. Hold on, John. It's not the photos a reification fallacy. The photo is just a photo. Their arguments are reification fallacies, because the biggest one, and I don't think people are catching on to this, they're taking paper trig, right? Paper trig, that's abstract. It's on your paper. And then they're superimposing that on reality. You can't do that. That's a textbook reification fallacy.
Yeah, you're saying
all kind of problems.
They are taking two-dimensional paper to understand three dimensions.
Yeah, it's classic reification fallacy. That's all you have to say. People understand what I'm talking about. They know it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong with trig. The trig's not the problem. They're using it out of context.
Yeah,
massively.
Yeah. And it's so stupid. Adult people is taking it so far talking about it in that way.
Because their target audience is dumber than they are. That's the problem. So you're going to have a lot of people following it. Let them go. I don't mind, unless somebody wants to come in here and champion it. They're going to get their asses in a sling. Quick.
Yeah, they better bring some KY.
I was in the live show. Ranty was there and everything, and I was on a Fight the Flat Earth fucking show. I never used to be there, but I was there because of it. And all the people in the chat, they were so yeah. Oh, Ranty, you are so big, you are so brave. Come through. You know, people don't understand what it's about. They don't want to know. They just wanted to be against or something. It's like a fucking play, you know. So.
Just expose themselves. That's all they do. Listen, their only argument, I'm telling you, when I had my show, I said the only recourse they have, this is the only recourse that they can possibly put forward, is they have to say, you deny, flat earthers deny trigonometry. That's their argument. I'm telling you. If it hasn't reached that point by now, it will. And that's a belly laugher, because it's a reification fallacy on nuclear steroids.
It's fallacy all over the place.
No, it's real easy. Just get a mathematician in here, and he'll agree with me in less than 30 seconds. I'll guarantee it.
Isn't Matthew Learns a math guy? I'm pretty sure he would love to see some shit like that.
I don't know. Is he in here?
Not tonight, but he comes in from time to time.
He's in here. He's just deafened right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hey. How are you doing, Zane? Good.
Yep.
I see.
Well, I only got a few more minutes, so sorry. Like I said, I've been real busy, man. It's overwhelming.
But Kiwi, thank you very much for the talk.
Yep, not a problem. So if somebody asks, where's QE, you could tell them I was in here tonight.
Yeah, QE sightings are rare these days.
Sorry about that, man. Numpty clips have been taking all my time, man. I'm so backlogged. It's hard to deal with it. I'm only one person.
They're keeping you busy.
Yep. Yep. I haven't even figured out the 3 I'm using this week. I'm telling you, the Numpty clips are they're a gold mine. Most people are not seeing this, right? They're just thinking that it's just poking in the eye of the ballers. No, it's not. Let me share the secret with you, right? If you take them collectively, right? What it's doing is it's bringing the current arguments, if you call them arguments, of the Baltards to the fore, and then showing you systematically how to fucking destroy them. That's what it's doing. I'm having a little fun with it. I got my pieces of flair in there, and that gets people off the beaten path. But if you got any sense about you, you can see this. I see it. I seen it plain as day, but not too many people see it that way. I don't get it.
What do you think about us copying it and uploading it on our own YouTube channel and the little shorts that they do to copy TikTok? You know, the little 10-second videos. What do you think about that?
I don't copyright strike, man. You can do whatever you want.
Even though everything's copyrighted.
Yeah, I don't do it. I'll just, if I see it, I just blow it off. I don't play that game. I'm too busy to be worried about that horse shit. Yeah, so yes, do it.
Yeah, I think I'll find some short ones and go ahead and upload it. See if I can figure out the short thing.
Kiri, I have I don't know if you'd want it or not, but it's a good recording for when you get a globe call. I don't know. I doubt. Matter of fact, I know no globers call you. But anyway, I'll just let you listen to it because I don't know if you were paying attention earlier or not. Which, if you were, you could have got some really good Numpty clips earlier for sure. Couldn't he, guy?
That's what I need. More
That was
numpty
great,
clips,
yeah.
man.
All representatives are currently busy with the destruction of the globe. There are 666 callers ahead of you. Someone will be with you shortly to provide tissues and directions to a safe place for your religion. Please leave a brief description of your complaint after the tone.
And then, of course, there'll be a tone. But anyway, it's rough draft.
It's not bad.
It's
so I heard the tissues. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, she does a really good job sounding like the recording. She's gonna do some more. So if you have any yourself, you would like to hear her say, like, anything that's relative to, like, a certain situation or argument that is just a repeated thing around here, then just go ahead and.
Well, go ahead. If who's saying that?
That's Melby Styles. We'll give.
I know Melby. Yeah. Well,
Melby.
if you have those, go ahead and PM me. Just PM. I don't know when I'm going to get to it, but if they're good, I'll use them.
Oh yeah. She does great. But what I'm saying though is, if you've got any like creative ideas of a specific recording to fit a specific situation, because that's for a complaints department, right? So if there's other situations that you can think of where you can think of a creative or cute thing or whatever for her to say as a recording, then just like DM it. She'll do it.
Yeah, I want the crayon munching window licking version.
Crayon munching window licking knuckle draggers.
Yeah.
If you write it down, she can say it. She's like, she just needs you to like write it down however you want her to say it, and she's willing. She's willing to play the game. So.
All right, guys. What time is it? 11:30. All right, I'll check that out, Truth. All right, I got a bolt, guys. It was fun. Have a good one.
Thanks for stopping by.
Be safe.
Good.
Yeah,
having
yeah.
you.
Hey, get to those numpty clips, man. I'm telling you, they're gold. It's gold. It's a gold mine. A lot more on the way. Later.
Love, peace, and chicken grease.
Over and out. Over and out, Johnny. Oh wait, his name is John. That just fit, and that just like. Anyway, okay, go ahead, guys.
Serendipity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Johnny. I love you. Very much.
Oh, so who do we have left in here? Did the Glovers leave?
There is always Globus around.
Have any new Glovers? Who's this farming ganja? Farming ganja? I don't even know how to say. I'm probably butchering that.
I think what you're asking is there any globe Earth believers with the testicular fortitude to get your ass in here on the mic?
I just have to say I'm so happy to hear your voice, and I love you. Okay. I just have to say that. So.
Well, Hank appreciates it, I'm sure.
So.
Oh, I didn't realize he was talking to me. I thought he was talking to you, Truth. What do you say?
No, you are not a globe. Are you a globe? No, you're not.
No, bro. Not since like 2015.
2014.
2015. I think I started figuring it out in 2015. Probably.
It's
probably fall.
I'll never be a globe from in my birth. I know it from. I didn't know what I was doing. Maybe I was 3 or 4 or 5 years old, 6. 7. But 8 years old.
Wait, say 9 again. Say 9 one more time.
I know I was on a flatbed. And I am telling you the truth. And I was a genie, and my father was rector, over the school. He was my teacher over the school, He was the big guy in the town. And I was winning him in chess all the time. And I believe later I was a chess player. And 10 years I played Mozart.
What country are you from, brother? What country are you from?
Iceland.
Iceland?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a fucking wanted baby, that can do everything. I did everything, But then I understand the world was not wonderful. It was fake.
I've had some issues with the gravity debate that they have on here a lot of times.
What's the issue? You for gravity or against it?
There is no definition for gravity.
I don't know how gravity works with the flat Earth.
What is gravity? You have to
another option like electromagnetism or something that could work over a flat plane. The main crux of gravity appears to be an excuse for why stuff sticks to the underside of a ball, but we don't really see this gravity force, whatever it is, forming stuff into balls. We see gases dispersing. We see other stuff other than stuff pulling into a ball. We have to assume that gravity does this, but we don't really see evidence that that's actually the case.
Right. I mean, on this point, you're exactly right, Metalark. You're exactly right. Where is this gravity forming things into balls? This is what we were taught. Gravity exists because everything pulls toward the center of the Earth ball. Oh, now, with if the Earth ball doesn't exist, then what do you mean by gravity? I mean, because
it's a big misunderstanding.
Yeah, it is. It's very confusing for a lot of people because they really have this idea that without the ball, gravity wouldn't exist, and things would just not have weight or
I think you guys are missing it. He said, "How does it work on a flat Earth?" Right?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm trying to describe what they think gravity is, because the only thing about Hank, I mean, cut you off. You wanted to expound upon that? Go ahead. Is there?
Well, I cut you off, bro. But he's saying, how does it work?
Well,
when he says gravity, he means the effect that we all see.
Well,
right? He means why do things fall?
No,
is that what you meant, sir?
Sure. Yeah. So what I was trying to say is, I think the Earth is flat. I do believe that, but I also do believe that things still do fall down towards the Earth. So
you don't think that, you know that because you observe.
Okay.
That.
So I don't agree with their model of gravity, but I do think there is something gravity.
All right, so do me a favor. Go to Google and look up specific gravity.
You need the radius always to make it to fit. If you don't have the radius, the model is fallen, and the model, the heliocentric model is fallen down to nothing because it cannot hold the measurements.
The difference gravity under electromagnetism. So I look at the alternatives to gravity that are out there that may not necessarily need a ball, like electromagnetism or something like that, because we can levitate objects with electromagnetism, and that's a known phenomenon.
Hold on. Oh,
Well,
go ahead.
I started to say this before Metalorg, but there are many different variables that determine whether or not where something finds its equilibrium. It's the relationship that the object has with the medium, the density of the object, the density of the medium, the electrostatics, the electromagnetism. There are many different variables.
Yeah,
None
the
of which, when
density
they
of an
say
object.
when they say gravity, they're referring when they say gravity, they're talking about the thing that pulled everything together from the beginning, right? It's like if you're using gravity for a word to describe the effect that you see, that's one thing, but that's not what the word gravity. That's not the connotation gravity carries.
But that's why
I think that's what the new flat earther was trying to say, right?
But we have to understand that we have acceleration, and that's.
Are you talking about the acceleration, right?
Yes, but acceleration is not gravity. Acceleration just acceleration. Acceleration because of electronic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I've heard people say a lot of times on here that things only separate because of the density and not because of gravity, and I guess that would be one of the main things I have a problem with.
Well, see, with gravity, the intention. I mean, when people say, since they're looking for a replacement, just like they're looking for a replacement for the globe model, right? They're looking for a replacement for gravity, right? Okay, well, since gravity doesn't exist, why do things fall? We all observe the same thing, Yeah, sure. I mean, it's relative density. I mean, it's relative to the medium that it's in. Now, this idea of acceleration toward Earth, there's nothing pulling anything toward Earth on a flat plane.
There is an acceleration towards the point of where it's going to find its equilibrium. Sometimes that can be up. If it's a helium balloon, there'll be an acceleration up. But
Yep.
I mean, I'm with you on that. I have a problem with someone saying it's only density because there are other variables. There's other
of course.
So, I mean, I totally agree with you to just say it's only density. It's not. There's many variables that are in play.
Yeah, but I mean, even looking at it simplistically, there's too many things that still fall straight down, which I think we all observe that don't go by the density medium explanation.
No, you have to understand.
You're wrong. You're wrong about
no. People have to understand what density is about. Density is about in the miniature, in the big thing, in everything. Density is in a miniature of gases. The gases is all about density. Also,
the reason
gas is also density in gases, also in pressure gases. So
yes, but you can do experiments not in gas, like within a solid, or you can do experiments in like a room in a vacuum where you don't have this density gradient, and the things still know where down is, and they still fall down.
So
yeah, that's right. But what's
always the reason density is always the thing that everybody goes to is because it has the most profound effect. It's the most prevalent effect. But there are still other things that are in play. None of which though are gravity.
Yeah.
So let me ask him this.
Let's just say hypothetically, I had a solid, this solid that we created in a lab, right? And in the middle of
that, to try to do things with gravity.
You didn't even let me explain it.
Okay,
so what I'm saying is, if we had a solid in a lab and created this block, this cube block, and we made it a lower density at the top of that block, and it was a gradient to a higher density at the bottom of that block. It was like a gradual scale, right? This block that we made. and we put a steel ball in the middle of that block, would that steel ball go down towards the higher density area of that block if we turn it upside down?
I don't know how that describes that is supposed to be all directions. There is nothing that's going down and up. The gas goes in all directions. There is nothing that is going down. Everything is in the pressure system, and everything has to find this place in this pressure system. And that's fucking law. There's not nothing strange with that.
I mean, how does creating an environment where you can manipulate everything and have anything to do with what actually happens in nature?
So
that's what science is. We're studying what's happening in nature as you observe it. If you're just like, oh, okay, well, this
but you have to
be this if I created this scenario. Well, you're not in nature anymore when you create
I don't understand what you're saying.
But you create an experiment to eliminate all the other variables to test one.
No, that's not the way it works.
I didn't understand what he's saying. What are you saying? I didn't understand what you were saying. What are you talking about?
Well, I think Hank was going to address him with something he's been trying to for a while now.
Yeah, sorry, Hank. Go ahead, bro.
It's okay. I don't know if I'm coming in, am I?
No, you're coming through great, bro. Go ahead.
All right, so the question would be, what is the cause of the thing going down in a vacuum, right? And if you can determine that, please let me know, because nobody can, right? That's what's in contention. Come on, bro.
I can tell you.
Come on, give me just.
Yeah, it would be really cool.
Nothing can go up or down in a vacuum. There is nothing. There's no
Hank finish his point.
No reaction in a vacuum.
Jesus Christ, Johnny, can you let Hank finish his point, please?
Bro, I love you, but your accent's thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. So all I wanted to say was, if we could determine the cause, right, that'd be really great. But I don't think we can determine why things fall down. Right, unless there's a scientific experiment that I can figure out why things fall down in a vacuum, right? And this is the one concrete cause, because, like Truth said, it's a bunch of different things all at once, right? And the medium that it's in is only one of those things. So what I can see is that it's got a tendency towards down, right? In a vacuum, everything has a tendency towards down, except for gas. I'm talking about solids. Everything has a tendency towards down, right? And the question is why?
Wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's not true.
Okay, well, you go ahead.
Hey.
Go ahead. Have at it.
Well, we can't deny that there's an energy flow from the sky towards the ground. I mean, and because the ground is the inertial plane. And there's definitely an energy flow that flows from the sky to the ground, from the sun and the moon, the stars, all of that. Like, I mean, I don't know. I can't go out and prove it, but I mean, it's like I can't manipulate it, but I can definitely speculate on it, and I can give you, it's like if no one can prove what the cause is, right? But we do know that there is definitely an energy flow that goes from the sky to the ground. So perhaps it's just like being caught in a current of water. Like whichever direction the water is flowing, it's getting caught in that current, and that's the direction it's going to go. And to me, that's what it seems to be doing. But can I prove it? No.
Did you guys hear my talk with Sleeping Warrior about the whether up or down is objective or subjective?
Yeah, talking about vacuum.
Yeah, but that's solids. That's solids fall in vacuum.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
A vacuum. We're talking about nature. We're talking about it.
Yeah. I know, Hilo, because they're speaking about vacuum all the time. But that solids fall in vacuum.
That's my nothing can happen in vacuum. Objects fall in nature too. They fall down.
Yeah, but that means
nothing is falling down or up or anything in vacuum.
The reason we can't call it gravity, whatever we're seeing, the reason we can't call that effect gravity is because gravity, it's like, okay, gravity would be like something going towards the center of mass. That's not what we see. We do not see that happening. So we can't call it gravity because there's no evidence to support gravity. So we have to call it something else.
we know what it is.
I'm okay with that, but I think even some of the people in the room don't want to call it something else, and they want to say that it's just because of the density. That's the only thing I have issue with. I'm okay with
gravity. I wish the term gravity never existed. So, but I do want to hear what Johnny said. Johnny, make your point really quick, and then we're going to continue. Go ahead.
Okay. Gravity. We know, or we observe that something is falling down and everything. It's because we are living on a foundation. The foundation is the Earth, and the Earth is minus. Everything above the Earth, the atmosphere, is plus. And we have two cylinder poles over us, above us. That is.
You can't.
I'm not finished. That is.
Well, make it a little more concise, please.
That is electric magnetic jets. It's not static electrics, as many people think. It's many things, and it's all the things working together that makes like a switch. Everything's fall down because of electronics dead. It's very simple. You can demonstrate it in a lab.
No, you can't though. And so you're making a claim now that you can't prove.
No. Claim that I can prove. Yes.
You can't prove that Earth acts the way that what you're claiming happens in a lab. Or Earth. As far as gravity is concerned, you can't actually prove that it's due to electrostatic or in a certain way.
I'm not talking about the electrostatic.
Okay, then tell me what you're talking about. I'm trying to make it more concise. That's what I was asking.
Okay, I'm talking about two polar. I'm talking about you can understand it like a static because it is static. It's but it's not static like you are taking a balloon and pulling your head something. It's not that electronic. It's many types of electronic in the world. I'm talking about polar electronic polar.
Yes, you can't separate electricity from electromagnetism necessarily, right?
It's two polars.
Right, it's dipolar. I mean, yeah, or bipolar.
Cylindrical polar. That is making fields all over us.
Well, help me out here, Johnny. Are you saying that something is pulling us toward Earth?
It's onto the Earth.
That's why we have weight. Is this what you're saying? I just want, because you're not describing it well. So I'm wondering, do you think that the reason we have weight and this proposed acceleration of 9.8 meters per second squared is because there is some force or something pulling us toward Earth?
The Earth is magnetic. The whole Earth.
We all know that. But is there force involved there? Or?
Yeah, and the atmosphere above us is plus dynamic atmospheric, but everything is going electronics above about.
Yeah, I would agree.
50 kilometers up. If you go higher up, everything the more electronic you get.
Sure. I mean, what we experience on Earth is very dynamic because there's constantly energy being introduced into the system. So it's affected by that. Even the magnetic fields that we experience.
Yeah,
all of that.
All the weather system and everything, yes, is affected of it. Yes.
Yeah, it's a closed system, and there's constantly being energy introduced into the system by whatever mechanism that I believe the creator created it that way, but I mean, we're not in that discussion.
But it is not only that; it's many things. All the things, it's light, and everything is coming through it. So it's all the element of the meeting.
Hey guys, I just wanted to let you know. Hey guys, sorry. I'm in the gym, so sorry if I have an echo. But we have some Globers in here.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Riro's back.
Johnny,
night, and I think we have
in there, bro, man. I appreciate Johnny's opinion. Yeah,
it's about light. Light is a big factor.
Yeah, light and energy, and gravity has nothing to do with it, in my opinion. But anyway, go ahead. Yeah.
Well, welcome to the room, Glober.
I was going to ask this guy, is that a problem that I'm a Glober Earth?
No, we want you to come here.
Usually,
man.
Yeah, when we have Glovers, we give you our undivided attention. So
I'm here and listening.
welcome.
Thank you.
You won't be a Glober long, though.
Evil laugh.
Mwah, ha, 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 ha.
It was, wasn't it?
That's kind of true, though. Oh, damn. Helio's a good one.
My bad. Go
Wait, do it again, Helio. That was good.
So if you really want to know, the sun is
Johnny, Rumpus Helio's laugh. I wanted to hear
the sun. Yeah, I love you. I love your voice. Your echo is great.
To be honest, Johnny, we're trying to move on to talk to other people, and we talked to you, gave your impression of gravity and what we were talking about, and there's a lot of people that jump in here, and new people that jump in. We're trying to move on a little bit.
I just want to say the sun is electron.
Okay. That's all right. Continue, ladies and gentlemen. You want me to do the laugh one more time?
Okay.
Yes,
No.
do it.
No. Continue, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. The sun.
Johnny, that means to be quiet, Johnny. That means to be quiet. Okay, thank you.
Can I talk?
No. That be when moderators tell you to not talk, we're trying to talk to new people. That means don't
tired
talk.
of doing sit-ups to your voice. Okay, I want to hear someone else's voice
Yeah,
while I do my
Johnny-
sit-ups. Okay, thanks.
I'm going out to smoke.
Okay, do that. All right, who's the guy that wanted to talk?
If his voice gets too deep, we won't be able to hear him.
Johnny's all right. I just wanted to, if there's new people.
I don't think Ririo wants to talk. I think he's just in here now to listen. Is that right, Rio?
Yeah, because I can't talk right now. My brother's sleeping, and we share the same room, so I'm here to listen. Yeah, unfortunately.
Hey, get him up and let's talk to him about Flat Earth too. Get him up, man. Like, hey, tomorrow's Saturday. Like, stay up all night talking about Flat Earth.
Well, I heard someone say that gases weren't attracted down towards Earth.
Well, if you have any evidence that "quote unquote" gravity affects gases, can you
Not
bring?
not gravity, just that gases are attracted down towards the Earth.
Well, I mean, what else would attract gases toward Earth besides gravity? Because in science, there's no evidence of that. So I
don't know of any gases that are attracted to Earth unless it's just denser gases that are seeking their equilibrium, and there just happens to be a gradient that puts the gases at Earth, which is the gases that we breathe, right? So
where do you think the gases come from?
But why would they?
All the gases come from Earth. So how could they?
Let the lady finish talking, gentlemen.
They move in gas molecules move in all directions.
So why would the dense, if they're not attracted down towards Earth, then why should the denser gases be lower? Like, then that doesn't make
Said it because they're denser, right?
But that doesn't matter if you're not attracted down towards Earth.
Not just that, you also have a gradient where if you get higher in the atmosphere, you will have, or higher in the world, however you want to phrase that, you'll have less of an atmosphere, you'll have less dense air. So,
Yes,
so they are
I
being
agree.
pulled down.
But what I'm saying is, then if gases aren't attracted down towards Earth, then that shouldn't be the case. The pressure should be equal everywhere.
What are the most prevalent gases near the surface of Earth?
I would say nitrogen and CO2 and oxygen.
Okay, where do they come from?
Just like they're here.
Come from Earth.
Yeah, so they find their density equilibrium, right? And look, a lot of people may not like what I'm getting ready to say, but unless you know what the electromagnetic nature of each molecule is, the electrostatic nature of each molecule, the vibrational frequency of each molecule, then you're never going to be able to establish like the total 100% understanding of it. The thing that we can establish an understanding of is density, and that's what seems to be at play. And that's why everybody goes to it immediately. And that's why you have the more dense gases closer to the Earth and the less dense gases up higher in atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean, does your body or do plants or anything on the surface of Earth utilize helium? Is it physically? It's kind of designed this way. I mean, this is why. When you look at the design, it's just kind of designed that way. When the entire system couldn't work without all of these gases that come from Earth working the way that they do.
No, I don't disagree with that. But the problem I have is we say that the reason objects fall. People say, well, it's because of the density. The denser objects fall down.
Gravity shit.
Hold on. They'll say the denser objects fall down, and they'll say because they're finding their density, their equilibrium. But then they say gases don't do that. Gases, move in all directions.
If you look into the gas laws that have been established, they're not affected by gravity.
Okay, so if they don't, then they shouldn't find their density gradient in the medium. They should be equal everywhere.
Yep. No. That's not the way it works. No. Yeah.
I agree that's not the way it works, but it doesn't. Those two things can't exist together.
Well, of course, that's why the Globers are wrong about this, because gas, according to the gas laws, they're not affected by gravity that way. So.
Well, the question is, what's the natural state of things? Because you'd need a force to take things away from their natural state. So, the only thing that we would really need, I guess, would be a separation, and then everything would, sort itself out.
And it obviously does, right?
Statics, and so either it's going to be a pull, like you're trying to say with gravity or whatever it is, and or some sort of separation that eventually sorts itself out into some sort of up, down, left, right gradient or something. So there may be a different way to look at this other than a gravity pull and or separation.
You can call downward acceleration gravity, or we can call it weight. I like to call it weight, right? Because I weigh something. When I put something on a scale, it weighs something, right? That's weight. Does gas weigh something?
If denser gases find their way down, then they have to weigh something.
But how do you You can't measure way that physical objects, like a song. The molecular process away. You look against other biology, you can Wikipedia and they'll say, "Oh, well, we have."
There's no definition of gravity.
All right.
Before you guys go back to run, I need
and you sound like John. What is it? That if you were to put into a chamber.
I think helium. I think it's used for
the expense and this press, then you can make it.
I have trouble understanding you a lot, and I'm really good at understanding from extents.
Just
I'm just being honest. Well, I couldn't understand what you said. I'm trying to be.
Well, there may be a couple ways to look at this. Gravity itself, whatever we call gravity, that we need forces to push and pull stuff. Okay, fair enough. But does it have to come from the object itself, or can it come from the electromagnetic field? Space itself, which would be kind of like electromagnetism in a way.
Yes.
So, and that one
and everything that is living, everything that is moving, of electricity.
So Johnny just said caused by something. I'm going to have to repeat that. Last thing you said, the last sentence, Johnny.
It's about everything about STEM. That is meeting together.
And when we put an egg in water, it sinks, and then all of a sudden it floats, making it look like there's some sort of medium interaction when you change the medium by the addition of
the metal and everything, and it has to prove it. It has to be proved, and you can prove it in the lab also.
Show me.
Listen.
Well, show me. I'm listening.
Okay, in the 50s, many is controlling the whole fucking world today. Do you know that? censorship. I'm talking about censorship many years, and all of it. They are both together, all together, Russia, all the time.
Control. Can we move on to a different subject?
Yeah.
Unless someone has something to respond.
Well, I was
Now, don't put it in a jar and say, okay, here